Uncle Fred, Patriotism. Hello. Oh. Hello. I'm seeing you, but where you know a noise where minimum why. As if I'm all doing on my own, your guest, you try say you beg getting in your man ready. Uncle Fred, maybe go out and come back inside and see.
%. That's true. But this is not the first time we've found ourselves in a single-digit inflationary period, especially in the early years of an administration. I've made the point over and over again that if you go back to Kwame Dufour's time, for 3 years there was single-digit inflation. That's when, Fifi Kwete coined the expression unprecedented. Then you have the MPP's 2018-2019 window where we brought down inflation 7.8, 7.1. You still had single-digit inflation. And if you look at post the 54% as a result of the challenges that we had, the forecast was that in 2025, inflation was going to be about 11%, averaging about 11%. Now, there are methods that governments use. Inflation generally has two sides to it. There's cost push inflation, and then there's a demand pull side of it. So one of the first questions you want to ask yourself is, what is the real driver of inflation in Ghana? In Ghana, mostly it's cost push. It is either the inputs of production, the cost of the inputs of production, electricity, raw materials, labor, all of those things, or the exchange rate, because a good chunk of what we consume here in Ghana is imported. So when you have depreciation, that's when you have what they call imported inflation passing through. But both of them will sit on the cost push side. And then you have the demand pull, essentially, which is when there's the view that there's excess liquidity in the economy. So one of the first things you want to consider is, what are the methods being used? The central bank has the mandate to pursue price stability. And they will give you a target of 8 plus or minus 2. What it means in simple language is that Ghana's inflation is supposed to be between 6 and 10%.
Uncle Fred. Uncle Fred, Patriotism. Oh. DNA. Uncle Fred. Me who ba mento onka. I can't hear you. Otemenka. That's crazy. Oh. Oh my God.
Hello.
Yeah, Uncle, can you hear me? Uncle Fred, I can hear you now. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. I can hear you. I can hear you.
Okay, I can also hear you now. I can also hear you now.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, right? All right.
Yes, I can hear you.
All right, Uncle Fred. Thank you so much. Wow. I was a bit I was getting a bit stressed out there for a minute, but good. Thank you so much for my main Emma Yen start here. Maybe just
it's okay.
A single,
it's okay.
Yeah, maybe a video back up. Maybe we are near started about a love near being common. Okay.
All right.
Yeah. To achieve two things. One, to achieve some relative price stability, and two, to keep the engine of economic growth running so that you can grow and you can create jobs. When you go too low, you begin to slow down the economy as well. Now, the methods matter in the sense that if the main driver of inflation in Ghana is mostly cost push, you want to ask yourself, what is the method being used to rein in inflation? And what is the cost of that method and how sustainable is it? And so, for example, if electricity prices are rising, utility prices are rising, cost of raw materials are rising, and the central government is not doing anything about that, what will happen is that the central bank will come in and try and do what you call sterilization or tight monetary policy, with the assumption that if you suck out the money from the equation, you reduce the demand and therefore the propensity for prices to go up. It does not mean that the actual cost of production in any way has gone down. And you find that in some of the answers that your respondents gave you. One of the ladies said, there's no money, people are not buying. And I'm sure the traders who are here will tell you that that's a common refrain in town. That is as a result of the heavy sterilization that the government has done as a method. So the central bank has done heavy sterilization. Initially, you recall when we mentioned it, they denied it. Now they admitted at the end of the year that they have done over 60 billion Ghana cedis worth of sterilization. What that means is that they've sucked that money from the economy. And so that amount of purchasing power is not available to people to buy. So people who are ordinarily even selling the same items at a point say that, listen, let me get rid of this thing and cut my losses. She says she's nodding to it because she knows it, she feels it in the market. So the methods matter. And by the way, sterilization is not at zero cost. While we are talking of unprecedented 3.8 in about 20-something years, let's check the other side to see when was the last time we sterilized 60 billion cedis from the equation. And I bet you will find out that it will be a par. That this disinflationary path on which we are is being driven extensively by the sterilization and then the tight monetary policy that the central bank is doing. But on the cost push side, you'll find that the real cost of production is actually going up. And so producers in the Ghanaian economy will tell you that it is getting more expensive to produce. The other thing that has happened on the cost push side is
on the production bit, considering that a lot of what we produce, the raw material is imported.
Yes.
You have to obviously factor in the exchange rate question.
I'm coming to that.
That definitely.
Uncle Fred, Bacho.
Yes, wow.
All right, Uncle Fred,
Wow.
but I say, me person me waste too time be break because I know you're a busy person.
No happen.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Me patron, me ti unka pa. Me da say, Uncle Fred. Me da say you turn sa frɛ o one pupu ti. Na wa ba say wo de unim de e beboa yen. Me patron ene ye frɛ wo ha. Enye bibi gidigidi bia Uncle Fred. Sebe wo de minimum enye nne. But afufuro bebre wa ha so a e bia omo ahia o. But anaso mat within but omunnimu enipa oyo into we the anka ha adwene a anka ye start no we be introduce ho kakra bi the ama ye tiefo na afi ya delve into and then come a person ni udi me pa cho wa any day mu say we be introduce ho kakra man ya Uncle Fred ba cho se menka network.
You. Your friend Fred Chimensa.
Okay.
If we Ghana, I go Santi Achum.
Okay. Okay. Now,
okay.
Your
friend Fred Chimensa. Fred Chimensa. Do not friend Uncle Fred. If we go Santi Achum in Ghana here, and in Krahan here.
Okay. All right. Me pacho wow.
Oh. Ghana internet there. My baby biazo. Yeah. Don't come.
All right. Me pacho safe no joining ya. Ye ne Ace music producer.
Hello.
Yeah.
Me pacho
otimika. Aye, otimika.
I can hear you. I'm here. No.
Me pacho you be who so omo share with they can see you. But ye ne Uncle Fred Chimensa.
I'm here.
Uncle Fred Chamens and Edin Common. Unfortunately, a network nation didn't so Nanso obe try say oni ebidin komo. Se unim yeah Mr. Che Mensa Fredia. Say what's a Fredima Studios ana Fredima or no any friend Fredima. Mo amotai TV there mo behunu wo Onua TV. Say one yes sister Nana Mama Brown. Edi Juma Sronko ewo Onua Showtime. Apart from that, so no, or your producers ni nara. So what appear to sir, or no training appear to. So what JQ or no training JQ, and countless others are. Omuni na music producers and I say entertainment pundits ya. Yeah, ka Ghana say Ghana omudi mo akotene. Now and me the Uncle Fred about for a reason. May I say, unfortunately for us, no, your network, no, the network to you cry my try say even on the back on the line. But like I was telling you, no, and that made the Uncle Fred about for a reason. For those of you who don't know him, like Medin Kakano, say we will be out here entertainment. Now obey entertainment here. Or you're one of your ace producers. Make a ace producer wajidini wabo modern ateten crowformer and normal be sebi binum enene and Mr. Fred Che Mensa said you didn't kaka no fra chamagogo asante achamagogo no free. Now I have known Uncle Fred for roughly 18 years. Maybe 18 years. Me sign ring and then reconnect here. That was in the year 2022. Me signing and reconnect here 2022. Ewo a year Ghana. I me then reconnect here 2022 or Ghana. And to be honest, say you perceive who a year what we call creative arts moon koma. I don't think that there is anybody that is more vested in that. It is quite unfortunate. Say a network, no. Yes, and so you better train say a better to now, but not yet train no. Now and come back a crabby or wa. Mete no a year endra ebeya and shed and Thomas Sumuye. Now me per se you discuss it. I don't know what is going on. It's a man, Pacho, welcome. I don't know what is going on with the to believe. Okay. May begin to say two things. Either say NDC for at the Ghana food in now and I say majority of Ghanaians are Ghanaian. Akoshe baby. And I say Ghana ni as a Ghanaian no. And na onye na Ghanaian say opiyedi. Share SIM card registration. A brand brain na me betina ya na me kan bi kire mo say NDC party nye party a se wo pese wa bra boko yi abeka se o party bi a medwan ye friend NDC emwa ye de Ghana bra ne tituru pan ye de asho mo nsa won wantumi ansesa Ghana enti enye sa 4 years we se prr ne mu no e na ebesesa Ghana. I want you to understand that clear. I'm saying this because Ghanaians are fond of saying this, and our politicians tonight they say, "But actually, they say material difference, you know." Saka sana ye dia say yehuna all politicians are the same, and our politicians in nature and throw, and our politicians in this guy, and we are not the same. Sa talk say NPP, NDC, woman in the same, ye the same. The hard journey say, "Wow, would join both of these parties, you know. One ma what journey and near Juman to shed the Ebebua will cry now. That is the problem. but enye the same. Enye the same. Yen fanupo 3 meals a day. Mahama said there be ono person any different. It's your no or the sika beche a headmasters in sem na oma kodidwa no ma be no aduane de amankola e the same. Let's just do the joke one. Ekufuado ofidi nkola 3 times a day. John Mahama say nye into ono be ye ni. Ono ne di ode best san ne say ono di obe make sure say sika no or the share headmasters ne headmistress ne nsem no mo matumi akwa akoye den akwa akodidwa no ma be no aduane amakola no. How can that be the same? Catch me. Say that political parties are the same. Same class, same now. Mama madwina anye adwuma ma start take am and also ye den. We can never be the same. MPP, NDC are 2 different parties. The modus operandi of NDC is different from that of MPP. Now, say encrophobia and make a good decision. Now, omudi omo feelings sechi, omo emotions sechi. Ekoto about phone nebu bomwa. No mo person omudi ni na ebe sebe ebe fry yepe yenyepe. Yenyepe. Aban bi babe di omen so. From 1992 to 2000. When to me, I'm fed to be a friend free healthcare. I buy beer to me the free healthcare, but how are they the same? Now, Medema Semno Ebe Uremoankasano. Adwa me say Endra Beye Yan Canada Hano Beye 9 p.m. Many NDC Phobi Edin Komo. Our platform be so. Sister Ellen, someone ye bibia Ghana no ebe shio Ghana ebe say you. Sister Ellen, one show ye ebe kakra Ghana ye nyansani ba kokra wo ho. Say NDC it's now bear more than 4 years. Ghana will be totally gone. Adena make us we just by the side. Endra some George registration won come ya na ebe ya. Enti ye kan na me kope me want me kwa na me dream say you joke na ye nyina ye kan because no mo kra ka say oh as for you people all you know is book long enti me kra me can I say okay. First thing I want to ask you is very simple and I want you to be honest to tell me the truth. When they mention President Rawlings, what can you remember him for? Me patron mucho we NDC for. I told you some when NDC for now for. Omo nyet akwasi ampa for we no be. But still adwene no ye yi kakra. Besere wa adwene no low kakra. But still anomo ye yi for. And me bisa and say. Edia no be remember Rawlings for. Sister Amade ko unim say dia okan and say na say Rawlings na be ye ku. And ma we say be omutumi je Ghana for free MPP for nsem. Ono na adwene mu no ku na Rawlings ye no or the J to me the free MPP for nsem Ghana ni oye Ghana ni o Ghana ni awako school no problem. Now me say in terms of social intervention e dey ben when to me anka bibia e kire kra ba ku bi o we kire obeka so rural electrification no problem. And I'm a ba J Ekufor so this Ellen for some strange reason, the first thing they mentioned was free maternal care. J Ekufor. They mentioned healthcare. Omo ankasa sanso kaden. Omo ankasa corona say oil, discovery of oil. And me be so omo say, omo nchira me atame so they are oil ye. Enti omo sabi omo nya bi anka no. And me ka say okay, mu gina wa na mu join and mama. And me compare mu asemo sister matio. Me bisa say wo bo eye President Kufuor F cube free maternal care no wan ho mo wo bo na na do dia MPP for na me boyo at least when ya hwe anka kra no o ka free SHS e free ba ko no a Oh no, I'm saying they are. I mean, he's their new friend whatsoever. If free nanoa, more MPP for them bon, and I'm sorry, I'm saying Mahama only free. Only any intervention bia, only intervention bia. And I'm say okay. It's Mahama will intervention and sister Ama, ye dina phone so akwane catch him say I Mahama will social intervention. Let me be and say ye den. Unim the obodin. Or see be the Mahama care. Sama, Messiandra, me ra ho ye, I'm machine ni na no me ra ho me say. E dia ni social intervention a Mahama dia ba Mahama care. This is what saying. I some say, free health care, social intervention. That na Mahama care, the intervention. This is where our country is sinking. It's no longer about NDC, MPP no more. Baby, I have Jene Kono, and ye NDC, MPP bio, mesremo. Eni die muara. Baby, I Ghana Kono, and ye NDC, MPP bio, mesremo. Because so when ya Bema Kwabrane, Ejina catch them say, MPP before say, free health care, social intervention, that then a Mahama care there, and your social intervention. Then you know we have a problem. Because Mahama care, you say, free health care now, you buy, you know, and ye scanny be. Now you some special ye be a person, and no crown, ye implement him and in ye Juma. And you tell me the social intervention of John Mahama, His Excellency, is Mahama care. Anyways, my guest naba, my person me wasting the time be. Uncle friend, but I feel what's a Oh, over is in the map. Oh, we should have a clear power, and cow them clear power. Meaning say a headphone said. Aha.
Hello, my headphone.
Correct.
Can you hear me now?
Now we can hear you.
Okay.
Now we can hear you, Uncle Fred.
Okay. All right.
Beautiful. Into said na make no na me a few introduction kakra. Me patro na many Japan because many one of ye can entertainment icons of Ghana or ka ho. Me din ke di turo bi wa ha. Correct me se me boa. Me kakra mi nim ne say about the music production pa say you produce nyom. I don't think say there is any producer wabeji din or Ghana at least one wo anyedma. Now Uncle Fred don't him dia would surprise me. Unmo nipa ma wo we kill beat.
Oh, kill beat, that's right.
Yeah, Anderson e be ye koye nyom e wo ne ho tema. And na ye pe eyi bi no say ade we that is Uncle Fred no mo. Ade say me from Uncle Fred and adu and Uncle Fred for kill beat and I'm talking about Satan no on the prime. Satan kill beat the so of and for him to reference you, that told me, Uncle Fred, I will tell you that I have met you countless times. I have studied your work. I have heard your productions. I've seen what you can do. But to hear Kill Beat, a new generation producer, giving reference and reverence to you, made me know, say, you know what you are doing. Now, no, and I may kind of have made in kaka. Now, we need to na say so. So, what say? Pampanam pana brush JQ, or no training JQ down a catcher me. Jeff Quay, JQ, or no one a catcher me say, Fredima, and a training. No. Now, or the picture be training. Uncle Fred, me, no, mean, say, Obo, a you, church and you move. Now, mean, say, we a keyboard is strong crowd, I saw you. Now, mean him.
Oh, you can't see a boy. Yeah, there. You can't see me.
Me, no, me, say, high life in Kwana now.
Oh, there is a music in there. What you guys do, music I have in Kwana, but there's nothing called me music I got from Kwana, but there be.
Uncle Fred, no mean It's later on the other gospel songs are yet the Kania, most of them was produced by Fredima.
I can't be. And I used to my day, I did that day,
no one won't change. You marry Japan.
But I'm both a bit, we still do any
Uncle Fred, and for me, my respect for you and to have appeared to come and tell you say Fred me training me, and he was bold, and he was proud to say, can I be a friend there training me there, a better now only me abu beat. And right there, I was like, no, this man, there is something special in you. And today, Uncle Fred, to be honest, me host 2 shows, me host 2 politicians, me host 2 so many people. But today's show, yeah, they are me su abompire say bebem because me a creative art person and son a member politics. Now,
Okay.
and then with your knowledge and history, any bibiano, me person me ni within komo kakra. Efa your creative art industry, no, any government. Now, and family so be kura betumi akonkroma time e dey aforaba amame based on the questions I maybe say. However, answer na yebe jamu akono. Me page is to the friend political zone. There is something called suicide question. And only you be sawa opa obe answer, opa won't answer. But I know so do what you be more. Inti Uncle Fred, me patrol. My year started a tier for Ellen Amade communications MPP or ATB, Queen AJ and Crawford PT, both TikTok, Facebook, and YouTube. And a year running this interview. And thank you for joining us. Uncle Fred, I don't want to go about the bush. Mami miss out. Creative art for free time wo Uncle Fredima. What started say wo ye studio? What started say wo buy into entertainment? What was the government interventions then? And then another government ye mamo for more anamu ye creative arts no.
Yeah, abayana na kufu ado abayana.
Yeah, bio me person me start from time I wo Fredima. What started say wo bo beat about entertainment business ma wo ye. And then another Ghana buying the whether NDC MPP. They are not wo time I wo start rising, you know. And then intervention and another buying the war. And the mamu anamu wo into the entertainment space or the creative art space.
Okay, one of the problems I mean say bet say Rawlings era and we do a no professionalism start here 41 years ago. Was a set up na kunu of 81 aba more revolution a common background and the day. It's one of the interventions say most of the creative people don't know Johnny Aqua Bruchri e could do Germany no to honor na boga high life. It was from 1982. ABC by 1990, the creative art in the Ukrainian na enkoye or mamonu because na so the mama mua or the curfew any other idea better to until say you have a democracy from 1990 no na Rawlings me see Accra International Conference Center
good
any national theater because na creative for you baby cry di agro it is that time no into Accra Rawlings dey buy say you see national theater my any conference center my yeah team 100 team ko e juma kakra o set time so na fe na technology eba na dia we tum so over creative arts no one do no aye privately driven because so ko en class no a baby no mo sisi community centers ya oboba je adofo no na nampadu ko dia grow nyina aye e krono ento bo a obaye asi community center na nya ban na asi e krono a baby kro a
na dance house ni na ye kro for ni na asi
ta
concert house ni sa de na no mo ye no ni na ye kro mo for ni asi
ta go hwe kro da na ni Ministry of Tourism Arts and Culture na ye ni bi wo ho
tell you that time ni Ministry of Arts and Culture
na ye ni ho na Ministry of Culture na hwe say niam ni so nyina but no me proactive it is a musician union ye for me a mo ebia mo share under labor and mo hia bibia ma komo mo but say na me kan no musicians no do no o man mu han nyina ade ye nyina na e privately driven ade na aban no wa no de boa Ghana Films Studio as they say TV3 na aban dia utu recordings so
TV3 ya and wo ho no TV3 na ya aban dia
TV3 na aban dia for Ghana Films Kwame Kuma emi HDC abrofo no be see se be ya ye de be bo Ghana ho films any ye audio hu dawu sabani ye bibia omukotwa film no a no makoyina abontinsini so obusa mpanyifo bia ye nyinyi kakra no from the 70s na any television and that no ombe yi abontinsini kirema ye hu mpuntu a omane ye eti creative arts na kasa no ebra ye bebo democracy mu no 1992 23 no and it started say 2 point ye abane hu say ye di say adwuma no ye voice wo se set up ye kasa ye enyum
yeah
ye enyum to e bokutia eti 1965 1965 Dr. KJC enyum bi man say umo ye ko na set time no man Ghana mo ye den agitations aba amafo esi apini se Kwame Nkrumah ba ni nye omo hia ene komo di Ghana eti KJC ko boss adwum no na Kwame Nkrumah ya na gin se odi bo na kutia eti omo ye be chi no ena KJC se cheche mu se dabi no ni obi boba ni fe do OPK ni maame atwema mansa no oyare ena odi ni eye enwum ansa na Kwame Nkrumah no ejai no janche bia 1966 ayi mo betu no
yeah kotoka no betu no kotoka FIFA no
FIFA betu no yo ehona na Buzia government buy ya Oma Dr. KJC license some fankra instruments and farmer army bands no
Patriotism
buy no
Uncle Fred chain me patro addition yesu ente taking little by little I was na me catch us wo de ne de wo be kire ya de me patro wo say abanya edin kan ma a private member license so on fanto instrument ma army and I say onto instrument mra no na ye buzi aban and I say e champon
ani
buzia
odima ma KJC around 1969 ono mbaye no ano emu ha you say buzia buy no process this started abra da FIFA eba no FIFA made this no and now Dr. KJC started so the two eti buzia ban ne buy na obu stamp so eti ban fo bebre na omo omo instruments anu mu use no Dr. KJC and buy eti and Ukrainian men the town okwadua no America Dr. Kwame Nkrumah obi a when it comes to the creative industry now the Ukrainian men obon hu modi ye papa because ono abina bi nyina no okwa otu kwan a o make sure the creative industry ni ba go e be ka ho it will help band bi e ba ye Uhuru dance band no Stam Plange no iti mensa Rambless kwabo kan ken onyina abro yi Kwame Nkrumah de omko abruchiri until se ku ni ba ya e be ya buzi anso ba ye no obefa tina no any profo free America be ye duade fe soul to soul 1971
independence square me ba twa you soul to soul eno ye the ibuzi aso de ba ye or the tina no na ba ye
I no be to connect the Ghanaian roots e ko America se be any black Americans no so no mu say ha na free to mu say e omo creative arts no you betimi aka album it is sold to soul 1971 that on the 5th of March they be chami the independence anniversary no and on by a concert Independence Square and on the 13th of January 1972 a champon and so be two Buzia free ho na a champo buy no or the name mienu and a buy operation feed yourself and entertainment industry Oma owura bia your friend Nana Bosompra on it Doris Wattenberg Odba on the soft that buy
Thomas Uncle Fred you are giving us too much Thomas okay a jump on the operation feed yourself no and a ban entertainment now a jump on the day pan a buy and battle can also know
almost said obetime use television and drama ama what me spread it na the information because that Kwame Nkrumah so use brigade band and then the arts council no ama ni nima oye no ama for inkrasi ekoyi concert kire o but we no na 1965 television eti ayi buy no na issue black and white a champion buy no ana okachire papa bi aye Fred na bosompra oni Doris Wattenberg okachire obu say omun constitute too bad any concert group bi na omaye play na mfa that you know emwa the juma odie eti setup na osofu dazi group na omoye concert man na mpadu so na mpadu ko boba dia osofu dazi SK upon them any super old no am the concert enti omo na yekofa omo a ye church play no edema omo a 1972 or the 22nd of October na Sunday 1972 was the first time osofu dazi ye Ghana or TV so man for it's a champion you see osofu dazi no any propagating ideas be about the creative it's time na Ghana you be ko ni fan you be travel from on the left to the right you know osofu dazi you use omo ye play be to educate people it's a champion ohun say na creative industry ye it's set time no kra no and you be ba Ghana a fourth dimension band and no more Kumasi for brigade. Yeah, the Nampabo. Yeah, the Nampabo.
A cratch for our we are caught on the Nampabo.
Aha, set time no. Now you right friend George Dako. I was just baby call.
Yeah, well, yeah, Nana George.
That George Dako Bob band. Our man Pong. I friend of Akosa so believers. Na a champion kwa ye wo to kwa ye ho no hu se Georgia ko bo guitar pa e no de be kan fourth dimension ho e no koto new instruments e de ma o mo na fourth dimension for the board you the tia amanfo na o instruments enye etenyu no ye de na mpo bo ye de na mpa bo no we akoto no no me so say some of the bands were using old instruments it the champion so e be shemu kina pa music industry.
So, Fred, yes, yeah, the Nampabo no more patch. Say, ban for now, or no more use to ton. No, I'm on the ban, Papa, and I know I'm a patre.
Pepe, and I'll be yes, you know. It is from 1972, of July 1978, and they make to a champion. Set that champion in terms of band because that time no the time you form bands ba I'm becoming so sweet talks
yes
Martin Cancer only AB so
yeah
then on the 14th of December 1974 and at tema almost sweet talks nana I say Ghana mamuno you open you be King Bruce
Nana
no
and
Cranny and the Ramblers and obi out the band on quality bank Mako 12 and the champion smoochy barbecues but why set up yana kojonchi no so na papa you bank your friend Kutubabi your friend JK and the Boom Talents say man na kojonchi no nyina be join ya classic handles a champion time no na band for doors vis band no more alajo anybody be break titi band be break na we show more set up sweet more than band 1976 and in 1977 cheche bi adima wunum e ba alaji kefrim ponum Joe Mensa boswe bibi ribo yasi na be say in 1975 e ba ya 1976 Prince Nico Mbaga any all this sweet mother I don't go forget to 1976 na Ghana force one woman a challenge the power. It will be the champion or yadie or creative industry. And I run is be 2 almost 79. On how Ghana or how or creative industry was Saturday.
Pacho Jinawansa. Jinaho, Melkobio, Jinawa, Yabeba or how no. Say, Monsieur lecture kakra with the Amay and nature say from Nkrumah no more time. The baby see a year, Papa Rawlings no more time, no. Bands ne adia any creative arts no na politicians no use no to sell their message pretty much they say person on my agenda no and a band na carry sana net ye meboa de kire band we band na enyum bi o wa de kire be a buzi a juma na waya na nkroma juma bi a waya no na omo de kyerɛ saa de omo de showcase ana
asa pepepe no be a say a propaganda too obi a oba ban mu a the creative arts forum ye na yema e di project here yes because who so baba be ya 1979 say ye be elections say kwamna o ni ike nyame omo ye nyom de ma PM before ye Dr. Liman bring us so PMP party nyina be di kunimpa party abewo creative for ya de ana nana mpadusu ye bi ma papa bi a de friend Diamond Adi what we mo bro hu adwuma yem o ta de ma ye nyina ye ntomone vote for the fish Adi presidential candidate na mutum fish atolelo fish ya de 1979 ana you vote for UNC the party Pauli vote for UNC the party for you broad base the best UNC all the way convention clean pa William Neko Pauli ni MPP ne ba ko no kote ne ho ana MPP for so dey anyum ne say oh my Ghana yani da so yensoro ma so that dem say dey na ensoro ma
there be MPP dey ni bio try answer to MPP dey ni bio to MPP dey ni bio
and then ye na say body ensoro ma oh my Ghana me yani da so yensoro ma ye mama ensoro ma bedi kuni sasa na bitousu era na e was say but ma paradise kwa I'm going to say that of the campaign was be jump the day 79 campaign let me jump na me campaign ma me krom hin na na kuya ko sapon on na parliamentary candidate for Santiago
yeah Obeya National House of Chiefs kra me boa
but don't say
Ekwaku support say Obeya head of National House of Chiefs Obesevu as National House wow. Internet say kasa uncle Fred Pacho kasa.
Creative arts forum. Ababia abamwa yewo dwumadi ayeyo. Abafo na yusu ye. Any ideas. And someone about body point nyina na betimi de be 1 minute pe. E de aka.
E de aye nyom.
Eti ye edine de nyom so etu amanfo. Etu eti ayi. Nana padu ayi. So mu jiwa do a ni so mu jiwa krante. Kofi Sami so nyom bi so Tubuasi o na fide wura beba ne obabu ma ya usu obi a ntimi wo ni na ya kuti anyum a na omoboti aban no because orona oyoyu ena ya betu no ti ono oboti a yinum ti bebre wa chichi obutu ni ade nyina but say na be 79
it is that time na say obo anyum ti aban na omutumi chi utum
omutumi chi utum say he na wa ya omutumi chi utum ene yina na some of them opposition say obuka sawa bebom awonyum to say wo oban no ya obebo akutia nipa utam ye obetime ho asem aprokunya tetuma ha kaniama yo biso dipa bonifo biara no so na Rawlings penalty odwane kotena
ampa na Rawlings hwehwe no ampa
ahwehwe no lima mbaye no wanche to no ohwe na mbaye no won say e ka history no a yes na mfa bibia mfa hu liman ade adi hu an say setana enema mu aye din ohene edukra nyame num set time no Rawlings free on ho na na sunlight e koto sikire eni samna be kan kumase ba yi adum ho etu ko sa life no pa enwuma nse na common na sikire wadi bi set time your private college ya ba kumase bantuma rivoli eni kokonta obedie no ube bukuru 2 days ansa na wadi etina no kokra yenye bi num ti liman time no na enema mo odin unse 70 na ku ni ba ye no a e kwa ye sa no na ma nyema ye basa etina sikafo bebre so adwane e de free o mani mu ti na enema mo odin ti liman no 2.5 years no 20 years no ya se na hu
yeah
it is 31st no Rawlings buy and ohona Ghana problem in terms of the creative industry started here because that time no was here na emo no num no obi ada ni kan
Creative art of also can obi under 5 by 5 like
concert set time no ti your concert your kobono enwumre it is a meme na nampadu also okọ trek ya ofri nkran ya osebu January a obebe fie na ekobo be June be 6 months kotem bia adwuma omfi kro ba ko na they were making money. The creative art was vibrant. Afi bia obi release nyom and I say enwumre na be concert no Rawlings is here na curfew because of insecurity bakofo ntino o se ye na eti ye da no onum no asori anopa no onum ana no nsia 6 sometimes 6 to 6 it is 6 to 6 no even na kwa concert na mo bia abey set up to Ghana so electricity one den enye ko bia the electricity e come ba na ntwe ene nipa de tika ba kum de bia Burkina Faso mo de na jeba no o be du Kumasi a na form train service o mu nya diesel na mo de agum tina manu nyina ene eti hono ena Ghana for be dwane call Nigeria on fa so e call Germany set na Germany so e mo chemienu east and west Germany yeah it we hear that the lumba say oye now school di mani mba ko ti ewi 85 no ana che se pa on the call Lagos so ansa na okofam e dey akọ di aduro e wo Germany ene so ho sem it mo to
the giants Uncle Fred yanka say lumba ye icon that the lumba of our gay ansa na okọ Germany
Patriotism of our gay ansa na okọ Germany
oh wow
okọ Germany okodi aduro ho okodi ki asylum oh ha je se kusia ni yakusa se wa omo ye ndeno ho asem no ye be ka na yi eti wo hwa set time no okọ Germany no na bam for mo nyina kugu German Ralph Kakarinum ti ho na mo de enwuma e fe akotibofo e de ba Ghana
we George Dako akotibofo anananu mpenifo ebitete akotibofo
no ma kodi aduro ho from 1980 ho why to house set up no because of that instability in our Ghana ni to kwa kai say obeso siki asylum no ana o de papers na ma no mo de adwo no mo band ho a mo de akotibofo ba ye 1985 so already a federal resident fee enwum ya bituma wo
awon fe
85 that's right 41 years ago no so ba tina enwum bebre kasa mu anom ye wo dasem omnyina Ghana fo a o me creative fufura because of Rawlings abamu anom boy no mo mpani no o mo kotena ho it was not till 1990 ho abanu mu say da bi so ancheji anko democracy e be ha no ena eastern countries we say the mabeboa no a o see Accra International Conference Center anom de be nam conference 1991 o me see one e start see di ho agbo ena face chani no ehun say e see about democracy mu o be see national theater mayen ti ho na na in terms of creative industry no e ba kakra je say e di be drew and then one every successful government be bia no or try as obey bibi into the creative to sha Rawlings be 1991 no na dey offend say Panafest emancipation no Panafest back Jackson nia German Jackson oba Ghana ha trade fair omba ha cool and the gang yeah you must steal pulse no any a lot of musicians Jimmy Cliff no nyina started say omba because that creative industry no I feel democracy
Jimmy Cliff from Jamaica oba Ghana be performance in that nyina wa akwea or every kosi offend say we refer the crowd reggae style every kosi Alpha Blondy Alpha Blondy
musical youth no more UK 7 and in 1986 almost be ba ha kwa en chefe na chete and dem mu ebie kakra chese de e dey be do every government be bia no e wadi so hu na eye
inti me patro trainers inti CDP man wa we are listening patro nipa ye ni di nkomo yi onye kwanchen nipa bia we are talking to maybe I call him because I'm a musician, so I'll call him His Excellency Fred Chimensa because Sanka music excellency woman. I believe so Uncle Fred and Kabebia we do nanka way you have reached the excellency level. And ochre their echo nina. There are person see people ni say conference center. Uncle Fred say where you know come network na to go. Sorry. Inti say oh can here o say conference center any national theater abrofo no beboa yen and a Rawlings etumi see saa de no inti ye de saa niam na be ma Rawlings ana meboa
Rawlings the ye say the time no obeba no from the 1990s na technology in terms of the technology computer the music ni nyina the time no and the buy be see the year 2000 akofo beba no and the present day we share computer is me chi ya be the adwuma yi je no kofo time make say millennium baba computers ni nya na lie no mo bo abrofo mboa ade o mo di je pa ti kofo so ba ye no ono so tumunchin hu say yes the creative industry no boa amaye ti be kan pa say yan prep college for the koye concert who say service Dualaka for instance ono na oto nyuma NDC for but that day no ko force your pay Dualaka sem it's o man on crowd man be ball band my tea ko force buy no in terms of the creative arts industry ono so ya de pa ebie kwan amam for to ko bo concert ni adade nyina o ba bi bebre na democracy no abekintim freedom na ba to be anya kwan e de ye na adwuma to hwe a ni ba bebre no mo abuchi no dodo no asa ba Ghana ebeti tiban nyina na di ba cross na ni je eyi ho pai na Kufu Addo ene de kra nyamenu the creative industry de hwe adua na okuta no a ana nketumi di ba no na president
ma na do one de etwen me de na do ene you know de no ebe last end na wa mayen the full impact na me bisa question but dem person me bisa kakra edefa nkomo se nkomo na ye me de pa so far wa ma ya ti ase say most of these bands here yetete say they be turn political message and I say obi aba person no so they turn the political message and
no abi enkenye yanti band they say they be talk political message dem aban bia aba no interest the creative art or you sue omo for his political achievements.
Got it. Okay. Into I say creative art na koye a medium aban no interested in ono so dey ne niama but it's not just because of politics inti. Thank you. Okay, inti say what can all these things so what the ya ba baby do Rawlings and Uncle Fred I'm MPP and Rawlings, I don't know. Me beton Rawlings, but my beton Rawlings time and I'm so most of these things, you know, I'm now seeing the National Theatre ne conference center ya with my before buying. Can you point ABA edifice back could be 4 years? Make I say ABA 2000 and 2004. Before CID we are now before the Mra we are now before the side way Brahma ebe boy creative art for us. But okay, baby, sir.
Before buy no, I did boy and say, who's at that time on my policy buyer with me? I could bank, I could get boosting out all kind.
Yes.
I easier to me in a quite to go bank. Now, President is our ban will say, I with me amount. I did a boy, pa, I do be young, say loan me, and a trial walk about our workman to buy instruments. Any other, those are set up template very flexible.
Yeah.
No money dollar $1 to
1 to 1.
And we said, being a beer crime and if be brave by entertainment industry, you don't know how to talk to instruments. The horror, okay, the hip life general.
Yeah.
So now Rawlings baby we no Reggie Wolfstone 1996. Every room 2000 time no a millennium ne ba wie I who say computer bi answer o yate no. Eho ana manfo enya gidie wo mu a ebe ko for time no say that make there were a lot of engagements. Na loans so to loans flexibility about the year oniama. Na also no obo no modern say enema bia abanda than year in terms of the creative no. Also eye ne ho. But now creative industry inside that new ministry. You have a until say, Rebels, a buyer, or no, a debecca, hono, and son and a Kufu Addo, a Mahama no, any ebano. The Kufu story idea, the bank sector no o ma freedom ba ha obitima kwakọ bobo sia na wo fie kra na o mo di sika chesu se begibi na fa ye adwuma no eno mi ne twinya ba say fa yi di o to panafest adwumadi na Rawlings di o to aso but say o ye monumental edifice bi di there me say na ma e bia for now no e bia but man say na hu sa that the atmosphere was conducive to operate in. That's right. But more television stations, more radio stations, over kind of creative. So we say license of a year by 1995, private one, 94, and a record brewery, the kind record brewery, the jingler, the radio I, Yadi Thomas, Pat Thomas, Baby Fen and I, it's a record brewery on a beer kind, say radio stations, private 1994. I don't have too many children and Joy FM on Eba. Do we have Joy FM about 95, 96, and a Radio Gold, and a Vibe FM by 97, another station, Capital Radio, by to 1999, despite a DPS FM, and so a buy. And then 2000, most of the radio stations will break a buyer BC, a young TV station, terrestrial, and I didn't take 4 time, no, Obiemu. The creative in terms of the radio station or my more licenses about for them
into we can say Kufuoma the way of getting like frequency license and much more flexible than before.
Sabe na who said time no repealing criminal libel kasa freely any other dia encho Rawlings time den tisa ko kasa ko kuba ko kasa ya e be chi orun Kufuor time no tata de nyina under Nana Akufo-Addo as the Minister of Justice and Attorney General and Justice no what I say chinya a plural listener e ba mu no e ma the creative arts no nipa be radio stations or TV stations or it nipa be 3 year nyom e ma amanfo ye den e bo bi e de kaka ya da nya ntu obo nyom no a ye ba bi a wo habit ma kwa ton sharp amanfo be stores a omo to ton series eni ni me nyina all this were there
na ayi Uncle Fred, where do you say, yeah, Papa Tamils, when we ne term, dear, no credit. Now, so do you remember any fond memories in terms of the creative arts of our Tamils, or to me the boa creative arts? Because me person me ba a yibi, so me person me ba legality, but me person my yika say, yeah, Papa Mills, minim so no or ye din on pen and one some dear, but about the creative arts now, it's Mills so contribute to ye dema yang. You bit me aka say yeah Papa Mills be creative sorry obey president no they are also creative art for you free money bibi sa o
yeah so no obi an energy creative arts party I dey buy any say obey my Minister of Tourism, Arts and Culture or in my say ministry first say I did dumadi
Jina ho mami be patro Jina ho mami for your integrative sa answer na yebenya ministry no yebeti ministry na Tamils na this ministry ne brain. Thank you.
Already buy
to aso.
To no buy no. And I have music in all Ghana through Obo we no president no. My 2 million Stefania research about the music impact of music in Ghana. Or your contract KPMG. So when you say assessment,
the first Ghana more creative art for the 2 million. 2 million cities that time no 16 years ago 2009 or the my set an obo and the president or the my made di juma so we are President Mahama and so ebe to aso about the kid now President Mahama nan kasa offer and the cry na almost in the cry back up them say the cry be but she say no your politics no yes some kakra so be idea baby I am one abaso President Mahama personally, one-on-one, one creative art for the year, one-on-one, no. One-on-one, no. One-on-one, no. Mami didn't go dino or you good.
The offer, sabi could run in America. Oba creative industry, no, only a come papa, one. So, to show more old musicians, no, near the very now or Bobo Omo, any other creative need of Vendiago. That's why I buy no or the young Casanipa.
And that's our campaign.
And I don't want to so man, no, sebi. You know me, no, can have degree, no one, why any killed in almost any degree I can say, then so nimdeɛ na ɔmo industry no wafɔ mu nyinaa
ɔde adwuma ama ɔmo
na no wama ayi offense Kasum scenario ɔma na ambassador to Spain
ambassador very big
Abeku Santana no nyinaa nti no deɛ President Mahama Nana Akufo-Addo when he talks of the creative ɔmo creative for us and party no me ɔmo me comment on me I'm very 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 careful. Nana Akufo-Addo had very very good plans na the ministry you be challenges kakra on TV you go meka am ohu the tia ho na campaign ni say ni si hwehwe na yenu bi etebia na edi ya om kakra no because the ministry nko from Nana Akufo-Addo you take ministers 1-3 which wasn't the best 3 ministers it change you the last one by the or no won't to brofo crowd to nkonanum what open idea ja onfa and no me di ya obi onu say ideas na me bi kuteri bi na Ashanti regional minister no o ye kuma say amanfo school for 2020 no e be concept of this one
because you have perceived this thing long time and ka omo ma opportunity na ka be
busa Katrina Feku obe first minister before you can say me papa I found member of the MPP and then any 14 years paper we have na do asabre okwa Ashanti regional founding members of MPP no on a didi kind no fasini ban redu I'll be a minister of the MPP mu there the first rally I call here was 1969 buzi at time na msa e bi see Hong Kong 79 to me a thick MPP ni pa but and the crowd we wan enka ideas be the man me no be o ma mfa na we ma fa
beba hopa I said that discuss hopa yi because me person I see where the disconnect was. Now, Uncle Fred, what can there be? Na me person you discussing on kakra. Baby, I mean Canada. Hey, Uncle Fred. Systems, NMA creative arts for ADE, and the reason is say the Prime Minister no. Ebi ana wenya opportunity na nchiawo Fred one-on-one and na me Felix one-on-one. And until what they do, they say they set together a system. Say ye nina ye drive through that doesn't mean say the interpersonal one-on-one no is not needed necessary because most of the people no, and I will tell you this just to confirm the awokaya no. Most of your creative for now omukodi ya papa Mahama Echino. Almost say a ban personally Mahama ni omo ye de edili say bia ope bibi kakra e de aye bibi Mahama beboa e bia ope care bi V8 bi obetumi ama obi o say like he say bia otu kwan ya otumi de be me nsa ene ade edidi na chi de omo kone ade but that build the industry or it build individuals in your own way just way in your own
be the individuals and it's about the industry because individual run a quack build the industry
industry no
say come content crow it depend you pay obo mu di JQ and your Patriotism can correct me say enye production be one year and can nipa dodo aboko tena bia ba man mami one more because what is so for example you be bo mami 2 bottles I na yen quantify name bi o mai mu ha creative industry no ha obi no obenom nsa ama do it no
no cre enyeska
so ukotra bia ba bi ne yemo nwum bia obeto how many bottles so
oh no mukra obe sorry akọ
utonyum uto na obi bonyum dabi ye
na utwa bi obe bra do tia na ante
ba my 3 bottles eti aya na yen quantify nyama bebre eti kwachia busa mi President Mahama said me kano ono no for friends say any je ho the creative industry any edge ho because or our students it took you ma obeso empower individual no some catch already said over the creative industry now to do not about 85% private you know a good atmosphere a buano or the instruments eba obesi the hotel and them baby or ha on the beba tourist kinema eba again it would almost who say them no so over the back no mu biemu kwanya eba boa tell your minister of tourism as and culture because Omandia no why a tourism and any bit aboa what I say and see ushe mo say hono is the engine. Also, President Kufuor said the private sector is the engine of what? Growth.
Of the economy, growth, engine of growth.
Yes. President Mahama Bayo, who said the creative sector, you're not 24 hours. There be a you supply GBC for any television for with content. So we know has it no, and now we be Nana Brown. They know here show ya. Yeah, show you content. No, you put in a mama for any. Yeah, say what about no more tea. Ube wa yeah, never bought one ja. It won't say a man send your money to be a queer. Yes, it's better man or be a crime. So we are creative individual. We are brim. Sana and Kufuor also I was their plans, but people to implement it is a problem. It's the before problem you be now and Kufuor at time and they say, now I say to me, I pray no. It means a way back creatively in a D. Everybody in a desire. That kind of cohesion anyhow. It's always a question. President Mahama Bayo or yet individual and I say, yes, they say if you educate a woman,
you educate the whole nation, yeah.
It's that and I almost say you maybe say now I quite free America by FNO. I so speedy. So buy. Nana Kufuor so hono guy back and to buy our called Jubilee House. I don't know amount for so air kasa. Ninya baby how we package certain things. Timeno said I make personally and maybe ha me who are not fit and naka ya money on. Give it to my yamana more. Oh, so
we did not get to do it. Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Well, the idea what this say about creative and why this no be Nana Kufuor. Well, if you cry now even much better, but them implementation.
Okay. Yeah, baba. Me patro afa me yem breaking your money down kakra. Now, creative art for first time I'm presented bill, the creative art bill. Ewo Ghana. Me patro na year ben. Creative art bill e be danelon. Patro na year ben.
If I said I don't know say be 2017 and
yes. Me sana me hu here but a year me wa ha ne de 2017 and before a year wan kasa wa ban no e dey creative art bill no call ye e dey call parliament say omo man ye. Now I want to talk about operations. Uncle Fred, I'm a musician and it was through music we all got to know who Uncle Fred is. You are a music producer, you are a writer, you are a pundit and all of that. Energy. When it comes to energy, me sitting here say energy is one of the key things here. A drive with the creative art. Make energy. Been in am kania and what friend will studio ya a generous way. Without favor and ambiguity. I want you to be honest with us. The year 2014 to the year 2017, Ghana experienced a high power problem. I know they documented all over. We can't hide it anywhere. They did have an impact on the creative arts in terms of your recording sessions, in terms of your music sessions, in terms of getting power to operate. Did the do so have an impact or it didn't affect your creative at all?
It had a very, very serious impact. Serious impact. The film sector. Kumawood. Yankasa Studios. The equipment. All have boom. Access a baby. I didn't create a million. Uncle ye. Same period, no. The doomsday period in there. Who call me Facebook? I wrote a lot of articles about it. I
was actually going to read one of your old articles those times. And I made this questions way by, you know. Because I could see that those are now your vocal pass. You were very vocal about that.
I heard one of the failures of President Mahama at that time. I know, do so no. Had the creative industry. And many people be frustrated because we event to cry no event to do am light off. A quiet said the other can train no urban no. Unjana generators na that it's a member full war, any name now war a ding, and a whole lot of the economy, no, not encoy. That's why I don't know. and no home
and I'm also creative for also na mama economy ni move because of a jamon ma model support to bar for model support to drop for taxi for near the intino.
Say I say event but any nipa ye event ba ko all sectors of the economy obi a home.
Ah, obi a didi.
Opia didi kebab obi beton chewing gum obi beton nsuo uber ni adwuma yi offend say ambulance ni e ho omo mo koba metro filling station kenano shatawale na ye oye you know say fuel stations around the nyina short fuel because obi abeto oba obi it's at that time no 2014 to 2016 in the created was the worst period of at that time and
creative arts.
Okay.
Answer na ye beba wa buying because and then me person wo wa buying me born a chi kakra na me born yam kakra na me kan the papa so ye kakra. So o share ye social media iso a Uncle Fred me kai pa say me share video bi minim say wo hwe bia na ye kuma wood fuyi Uncle Fred na woman are very, very agitated. A year Kumawood actress for we, nene actors for we. Sebio na Samin Sromen can Omubu fu say ye pese ye mato Mahameba. Now, Uncle Fred, one of the locals I know Mutinas on the say John Mahama ba first, no. Obeto V8 na they did the creative arts for nibi into almost percent on Mahama ba na obeto sa V8 for nibi at the moment. I don't have a problem with it if the president want to dash you a V8 because you are a creative arts person. Now, about a week ago, I said Missy Ukumase Kumawood actors near the Omukushia Ukumasi and Omudin Komo. Now, Uncle Fred, I'm saying this because of a backdrop. I'm about Ghana for campaign. No, I came because I'm second lady campaign. So Samira Baumia campaign. So on an now, or program be a chairman or then home a banquet hall or also a banquet to do Kumasi chairman or the no way or I've forgotten the name. Good. Now, Uncle Fred say Yabo Akasi Yabo. Dear Miracle Films, no more yes, Samira Baumia or Hono. I say, it is the first time one creative art has been promised something. Uncle Fred, Miracle Films, Mrs. Hadan, I will never forget. I don't know Samira Baumia. Samira, so please, let them ask, so that when I go home, I can tell doctor, let them ask, please allow them. But yeah, I'm here wait, and almost the one can sign for back. Uncle Fred, the man, ne, and can't want me, Fred, we need. Yeah, mammy, Messi, do what down for no account will be. That one can sign for Paco represent you. About a week ago, yet say our Mubu said I'm a representative from within the call honor. Said the Omo feelings and conquer honor, and yeah, no, into Mubu. I have the video, unfortunately, I didn't load it up, and come a bomb out here. Why you sinum? I did you can't say microphone. Omu didi onipa na omo so ye omo nipa na omo de no ko share sebio creative art hono. Omu didi na tem say oba ye no omeboa o sebi kumasefo no na bibia na omo de abankran bibia na omo de abankran na kumasefo omo de kumasa like they were vehemently arguing. My question to you is, baby, are you do in Ghana in our creative arts? Do we need a force that can build and uplift our industry? Or is just supposed to be Uncle Fred the MPP in this MPP and Is that where we are going to? Because more I must say MPP it's more than one Casamon crop for. And then the modern crop for Abana Munipana Musman and Echo Dimuyambo and Amonio. This is say no, only Pana Musman go Dimuyambono, Wababua, and answer one Uncle Fred. Because their only problem, they say everything is done in Accra for you people in Accra and not answer. What is the response? Why is this why you
I would say, go back creative industry. personal interest in the also. Personal interest override a lot of things. Now, the time we agitated and say, "Come on, people for a bad power 2016." The kind said 2012 on the 14th of November 2012. Oh, culture center. That day, Yakobaya they say Alu Mama. When you baby call Nana Kufuado. Oh yeah, now you know. You can be dean me so Christopher. And I'm Fidria Furiata, Macrocakumante, El Nomabo, any bandits, and another question. Oh, now I'm going to tell you. Now, said I can't say, which I mean, no, because I'm saying the creative industry, no, privately driven. Yes, don't want the almost personal interest. Educate. Send me, Minyaquine, a bank presidency, no one. At least, it may be. Now, how about Quay, Nya, or Yabamu? Nana Kufa, no better called Bois, but I can find it back. Every time the creative arts counselor, I can find them be brave. Eddie buy. People were complaining, say the some qua. We don't get response. If you're and a creative counselor, so man, outdoor here, very many part. If we don't some people go there. Okay, beg you ask them, all right. But at the end of the day, no, there was no implementation. So people thought, say, President Mahama Baya on in the creative industry, no, you're very fine. But I have Ponty and Crawford, it will be on it. And then it is 1 year, 3 months. Some of the promises no more no. Be sure say the way they saw the thing. It's when president so they catch one almost bad. They catch communication, it will leadership no communication but say I make crime the crime catch on. I buy out to see the creativeness for your being. The Omano got what buying everything if you communication, but the communication it comes from the creative industry. Yeah, but we can see the convincing Ghanaians to go mama. Say that the papa. People were dancing to convince what I said. And then Okomwa, Gabaku, Medina, what's your friend as though I turn the taxi, you know. That also. Eti abinyano abambia ba ya obo edo to aba ene to aba no wi edo mo anwo edidie wom na Ghana ha no atididija eni muna ne nam eti after 1 year omo ahwade no ya mi ma ya Ponty abe kunu bi o abi e bi arrest so ko abi omo so oduma omo die contract bi o ha omo expect ya e ma ya do become agitated and obia no sabe your friend say you say if you poke the eyes of the cadaver, you find maggots. Okay, if one so it's not no mukoko jia hono. Eko who say yeah, that's what be two enum. Uno be die enu say President Mahama ba. Obe so ye bibi ma ye. E dey one that's what be two enum. Ye hu hwe enso enko. O say me kan aba no obo ha the creative industry yes somebody there but aba no call mandate ya. It do have this sick. Iran ni America for war ya bukwe petrol wan edin. Jabano said o de be call. O ta say dano ni nyina esu. Ba ba ka me ka say electricity board. Is that me no ka say. Me air condition is so. Asisu be after yi. Me ni nyina san me dum no. Is a fan na so a metim. E wa ha. That kind of problem that we had no. Dum so no say that any ho. Once the war but and man bo I edin. So the same thing is the expectations now abandoning them. I mean, sometimes, fellas, I would see and I'll say, yeah, some of the provinces are okay, kind of yes, about a few moments later, what you say, Nema, any day. Some of them they can't deliver right now. Any name be brave because of and then maybe no news ever to who thought say Iran America be call one and ya from I'm a petrol nyanya adia e do what around government on the priorities and okay who say that you say Burkina Faso can say omo make want to sin to me and what President Mahama a farm place yeah cut it sort of say make me get money nice ideas because of who say there be say me travel then go for tomato see ma it will come say Yes, can be all hard. If you are going to create it now.
Yes, what they call.
It's almost yet a baby. Cocoa sector. Now you're cutting sooner than Nina idea effective abano. It's never all promise here. No, in the creative industry now. Both say yes, creative for the or yes, we hear BB. Name of a check. 717 I said, yeah, and the young fatal. But your mamma 772 in my year, near. Better at Raka yet. And to me, Rasmaka, but I cannot. President promised here no Omunya and Omco meeting knows that there be in the agent some woman can only 2 months. Because Emreno Equa say he said I cut 2 years. 2 years. 2 years. 6 months in a while snack or trouble before. Say 2 years and Ankas so we are about to start the next 4 years. And they were part of it. It's great for me who said there be no one can so promise money. That's why the agitation. And some of these things, you know, again, as the day go by.
Okay. Afe, Uncle Fred, now let me be a bit personal. I know you to be in the creative arts. Me patrofa me we so me no nim komo we da. Na me nim say somehow e bia na oye down and na say e bia me nim say wo kra do be down for. Creative arts MPP for. Meba ho creative arts MPP for. Mo de ya papa kriku mante ko ho brebi ana meboa. Ma ko kriku mante. Me pacho ubetumi aka de ba ko a or no to me edema creative art as the director.
Okay. You three ma creative art director no dey switch no about certain things. Yeah. Amphitheaters be here all the various sectors. Now, Felix Tiase we Tiase Ghana. So we supposed to 0.5% of 100%. The minister never can to me sign Kukumote Unkobo. It is some of the givers said be command mark. I'm also the minister, but the minister not on. Then I didn't say no. Other not generally say 2 kind of compare Yaba, tell me who be on America, and then on Namhania that you are.
Papa no more than my boy mum and no crab my boy about Canada Hakra. And you need only the job a job I could create in Mukra. Now cheap on people. But
of a means I'm committed, that kind of crano. I'm a crona yet near me. Sabaya Doctor Bummy about by Yama ye. And for so be. There was not a point of Papa no any creative for HI. I can say I and I mean no can say Ashanti regional minister. Oh ye school a penty a free of that. As maybe a contract Mukwana can scan a money piano. So ye be one car any other day say Sikoy. It's Marco Crocomante, yet yes from Comano. What's Freddy? But I didn't call Papa on I made my contain. I can't go and report him to the president. Because the cabinet meeting and his hands were tied, but try as much as possible. Say you cry and keep it to me, Skaka Crabby, Nanka to me, Eddie, Abu Boy Brab. At that time, the creative council also was having problems because hold on, none about the net to her. Also, the
problem.
Yes, I quite remember saying that much issue. Some of me elaborate problems we are the FCC and go meeting boy. And then China and that's and abandoning the free home. It's MPP in the creative sector. Nana Kufuor had very good plans, very good plans. But they because I'm on the day, you know, on yes, and mommy and also tapa is also buy a coy, and I why to buy. So at the end of the and
I want the fanning can cry, honorable. I want the fanning can honor the one yet cry, only the medium, only the
boy pa later a Japanese, but it came too late. A Japanese came in February 2024. And on can elections got all you because
yeah.
Any mark no now one town here fine. Or invite you my several my ideas and away to me now. Or can so implementing now. Thinking said we need 2024 elections. And they are winning. Now you have elections to me carry be amount for because now me call radio station at my own volition. Many Rexoma KOD on my own post no. We don't want to see. Now me can say me say on manifesto no more concerning the creative arts any idea no almost similar near nya crown mind you may be almost no say be creative arts no e ho dem didie na na say na edo yi Ghana ha yemo band baby abegwa edwada and then na holiday abegwa Tuesdays it be a Wednesday na menya me do ki bi abo it ye adwuma no wanya baby Friday Saturday Sunday forget it
Combedo.
What I say? Eti, me try ho say any amba munti no creative industry no mo ye bibi papa bi na ya be mo ma baba so.
I saw
because it affects my economy.
Yeah.
Any mo ha creative industry o ya ban no aban no na na kufa do adwempa. No mo edisi o mo anu ampanyifo ne dem no. Ebi no
o mo di abro.
Amba.
Chade mami o. Chade mami. Che. Uncle Fred. Okajan Command Uncle Fred said the wedding card that I said will be our the positives and negatives. No, I want us to look at Jankoman's impact also in the creative act in terms of Uncle Fred. The year of return. Mode baya mudidi hujumano. Ebe boye sankaye to me. Ebianka, we could have improved it to make it better. But I believe, say, Osha and Crofwa through girl ways so na you saw the baya. Ebebwa kakra. Don't you think so?
Oh yes. Baby. Me to be baby be there be. Oh baby, we have paintings your baby or murals your touch ya. Baby. But we can have done more because that the year of return, because I mind, I know GT, yeah, and the other people, the ideas that they had. Did probably pray about in the year 2019, 2000, about the coronavirus in the buyer. Said, hey, you know, Baba, we buy and also be changing the Black Star experience.
And then Black Star experience now come be Uncle Fred, and the Mamos is almost no woman, Nadia, Mamos is almost
series of a year. Oh my, who said? See, better be kakra. Who said? I didn't want to cover the banner. It was going to start from the north. Unfortunately, tell them by Anna, what?
You see, you know,
I'm a rest. Other rest, woman had ideas. I must be honest. Ideas now, Miami will give you to Germany. Come on. But say what to buy ya. The more I want to play crashy, any part 80s, we wait a number, and then maybe brave. Some of you are homework. And then maybe how don't you go do this? Experience now. Not implementation time in FOV around that time. Eti who abanu nipa ewu ye fe na ekoko so afi na akọ boko akọ do ani but Christmas be kakra but say I come back 2.5 years or 3 years you hear say anyway beside Jankroma she played her part but like Oliver Twist you always
ask for more. We always come back and ask for more.
I said the individual there to please Nana Kufa the president, but that should there should be have coordination. I'm for no ideas. Maybe can't check on your piano. There are a lot of people. Maybe say no. Maybe I'm just saying. You see, in terms of my music journey, sound engineering, sound engineering, I'm when you to me here or and before you to me here. What I said, a concept here, and then call it 2020. I didn't. A concept I will come out. So call individual schools because they used only could the voting in population and I free SHS. So say at that time no buy come mommy kwanya
and count the back home kura and count the back home
it will be premier college at motor school my young college ya be showcase omo that theater or other baby say yes na go for Dubai no for chairman or discover talents you man call individual schools omo kwaya say no mo ye they are to on website. The old number of old students of fancy people who we are seeing now. So be able to subscribe to that channel.
A lot of money.
Then prevention, young one, and a country being the minister of a far. Yeah, and me Bob because I didn't use it. And I'm by we use to use some infections and semi maybe the tree. I mean, more much he said, no, that oh my, oh, yeah, because better Dr. Bamuyaba. It be about twice a day or more. Very good. If you are going, let's learn. Say about me, Bano, ya,
we should be able to commend it.
No. Because who could you more? NDC or MVP no me boy.
No correct. No correct.
Only me and Baku NDC MVP.
Back
One mumbo. It is say your bum. Now you to me and you may be new people chance to be. Now you can't say the career certificate in Kwame. Be a six former. We will probably call it six former. But also the contribution to Ghana
and your workload no qualifies you.
University professors have to
Yes, I know, Uncle Fred, I know. You are not telling me, I know. You are not telling me.
I have to be brave. But if you have a certificate, only be to just go try and change. Tell me, kind of, a band by no, none of the boy. Maybe could you board to try a folklore board. Folklore board. Some of my achievements, I mean, because I young patent take close. The fighting and yeah, my baby say in the DC home, the Ghana. Never can't be. Say Ghana, a kitchen, a dear. You know, my idea. So,
when I say, Omatia Siama and say, Kintedia, Kakintedia, Ghana, dear.
Ghana, dear. I was part of the board in the but we will see board of what and come once. And once the money might be racing, you know, and you might thought it enticing. And then you come back when they, which I said, I guess we will have things said. Say Dr. Baumia, every one of my name, kind of back 2020, Yamia Dumwa. Be sure. Say no bino, but we are yet to Sampa. The mistake say, don't find a boy. It's a nano. Say, maybe who created for a year or so man only, and maybe no one in a complaint a quick argument. I would have to up a bayabano for no year, which we say, the next government, you know, you have potentials or more. Near from rather than always looking at the certificate, certificate in a very good. Well, buyer, baby, but practical solutions. Look at the Beku Santana. Or what? No baha, KOD, fashion, or faha, no faha. Look at this.
Okuta experience, no. Okuta experience, no.
Oh, papa, I give you a creative to a design away what you microphone, castle, any way you are, yeah, will be the
creative for me, now creative for anyone.
It's America out too many as a baby, or make us come. Oh, can Mr. Joe, who didn't mean which I say, it's a area you have, Felix, in your communication. I'm buying no I'll be back and about Dr. Bowman. I won't test you say, creative industry, on say a day. Oh, now my individuals be a brainy ideas like it. Let me say, I'm going manifesto, I'm framing that. Yes. So none of them manifesto had my ideas. But ideas be granted. They never call me of any of the manifestos for the MPP. I'm framing. But me, literally, but let me get anymore. With the exception of
because me who will say no with the anybody. I'm say one casa just for party work na way. That mean him say come
from the individuals are our party to send a ponum, Afia Cotonum, Olivia or Kylo or Kofi Tonto, only who me a friend, but you to Petro Nafa individuals no but the party itself, as the party said, it was near Scabby every cut the headquarters. See a cat budget to abound. Sometimes can I mean Obi who are oh yeah, and that man appear on a talk at the mammy and I'm call So, your back, you were against no, you may, you're convinced almost on my may. Now, one grandma, why you be near court, 9 days in the car.
What's that?
The opposition I check. Look, I say, the idea is no, creative for no, didn't be one, and the President Mahama, oh yeah, the last one, you're jealous of it because today I didn't give it to me. But 1 minute,
I can move to me. I cry. I and a fine crash and the oil. It's one opportunity. No.
Yes, send me call. Before as I'm judging, the Kokumu, but quite you sumania, ya cabo, as I'm judging, contract creative. Yeah, pick individuals or more, they're grooming or more. No, my yet on Patriotism, they create business and jobs there. While we are fine art, who you are. And yes, see, what is since near my craft, I craft. I'm a man for whom you'll be putting that in now, or you're creating ceremony.
Okay, Uncle Fred, Me wo 3 questions per mouth. Na ene me ne wo abewie. Ba ko ye the America say your friend suicide e na afi wi a the awo ka kire bia opese ye hu bia no. O the ato ayen so. O first question out of the 3 no. First one ni. Creative art school as a creative artist, as a entertainment icon, as an ace producer, as a historian. Why didn't we see too much impact of the creative art school at Kwada? So what went wrong? Is it still the issue of Omo Anana, Edi Omo, EDD, and Nimuna, and I say, and Penifu Ana Omo Di and Nimuno? What went wrong when it comes to the Kwada? So a creative art school? Because for the first time in the history of Ghana, it would have been a creative art school. It is dedicated solely for the creative art. Why don't we hear much of it? Why don't we see the utilization of it?
Yeah, say you can say Ghana and conscience as if you know that hopa. They did can wear say project now you need to acquire the land. And now back Ghana ha in Kraha. What they call the north now, a move where go do soon. It's a plot of focus in asa. And they call the 2 year questions what they say conscience try could you do all the individual towns near that it in full no year on yana man forces in the acquisition of land was a problem. 2 funds they may know about yes how do you can go to all the request to go to manage number. It has to take it. And Hong Kong Ministry of Tourism, Arts and Culture, every before it can give 4 ministers. 4 ministers will be able to
Ministers 4.
4. Katrina Feku, Mami, Jesse, your friend say,
Jesse, Barbara, Jesse,
Awa, and a Japan Mesa. Now within 8 years, what a universe for Obi Babia on the plans or the bar. It's even I stop me having a travel so because that's not my priority. And coffee and a balance by no also no soon and proud, but that is the onion starting here. The band he shares in the ideas of the creative industry, but school you could see I don't feel say you're daft no money other places or that. So why waste other time and go and build one until say Abandon will say, okay, when your fans be go boy and also maybe I'll be called about and that's the bane of the problem of the Ghanaian. When your project no jaho because any mother you know how control the end of society. Kaka agenda 111 na no only one na do my eka.
Yeah.
You man pay you no so agenda 11 or say no baby we do no beto aso. What you say? Agenda 111 you share nsem a your ministers ni bi president kafa ho. Tamana you ho a. The we hear some kafa ho no a na bay where so may. These are some of the problems that creative art school no yentimi anko no because obi a fund ni ba we do kwa we echiche kakra na abatos on our neck so we hope and pray that 2028 se ba umi aba doctor with my name.
Okay. Second one. And then they say we are into the second year of the current government. I know, sir, you have mentioned a couple of positive things. We believe we say it is happening in the creative art. Some of it I agree, some of it I don't agree, but that is why life is there. Now, when I take something like, or somebody like Abeku Santana, Dr. Abeku Agri Santana, this is somebody as a son about creative art and can one touch. However, our position, no, Uncle Fred, and this one, me and you cannot deny. He ran down everything the MPP was trying to do, including even having a digital platform for musicians. He ran it down and actually thought, say, Yembie theaters, Nankro from Mahomra Meshe, and Naya will be at the phone. So, one way you know, men in the living room, TV, so it's not the phone. That was the unknown face on here. Now, it's been a year getting to their 2 years in here. Somebody like Abeku Santana, and I don't care what affiliations you have, I think we should have seen more results from where he is. somebody like KOD, who has had the exposure to travel, to see things, this is not where our creative art is supposed to be. And I will say this, Uncle Fred, for the 8 years Nanado Ebedi Adie Ewo Ghana, no, Ghana became a major tourist attraction in Africa. About way by, you know, those numbers, Uncle Fred, Eswati, and me and you cannot deny that. And Krofua, Sebio, Sobekaya, Nanado Wohono, almost every artist was able to do their own little shows in their own little way. But since 2025, Uncle Fred, let's be honest, how many of the artists are not one can say to me stage or one can say shows? Eman Krofua, and then to me, Ayo one can say show. This year, for example, bro, yeah, by Uncle Fred, so many shows are network system were cancelled. And you cannot tell me, say, economy and everything was good. The country was good, and those people decided, say, they are not going to do their programs. No. So how can we sack a government that had the trajectory going right? Like, what can I say, ideas and any idea no never na ebi awomo ebedi enim no na monia maybe entumi anko yi. To bring somebody who trashed down on almost everything you said, and today the same person says, oh, the former government, and this is Abeku Santana. I'm quoting Abeku Santana. Or person give credit to the Nanado government, the LSY government in the creative art. Positive. Why wasn't he bold enough to say this while he was in opposition? But waited to come to power to tell us, oh, why is it like that?
Step on that all council. There you die. Yeah, politics. We are doing politics. In fact, I be crowd Metiano. I will cook once a Koya can be said Dr. Banwea in digital in a road.
I remember that. I remember.
But politics. If you listen to politics, sometimes you play back some of the words among for kind, especially some will be like Minister Sam George. I also see same cartridge this in. See about the voice we are also someone academy that I didn't know. So that's how politics run. That's why I'm advocate say let's change our political talk. Yeah, Kasat said yeah, who thought that US in Iran because Yama and Ghana hiding? I must be honest. Obama DM moi 7 previous me Jamadri, me music ya I'm for back. Maybe you Uncle Fred, can you give me some 10 cities? Can you give me some 200 cities? Me say the Umomo will be demanded to this and the things are very difficult. I must be honest. But Abeku so they are now kind of Abeku has his ideas or the buy or won't be implemented. The problem in Ghana about leadership is say Okoda will see you all. Don't always outshine your boss. Say what to say, What to say, phrase,
Yeah,
don't try.
So
And never be than your boss were. So what you so sometimes ideas go how we are. Every other time no kind of politics and all yet. They wanted to come to power, so they will do everything possible. Then to discredit the government in the way now. Okay, your fucking offerata. Members of parliament. If you are I don't come with me. And the idea before two and Yamai. Yeah, so some your kind. Your friend is saying, so you'll be say when the distance is there, this one will expose you.
Yeah, when the fundamentals are weak.
That it's when you go on platform and say certain things out, rulership to be exposed to the same thing. It's also you point to almost while we call social media now we can play back of certain people say one more kind and in the and it is at par. But who calls them? We do me a new you could just politics this one. We promise people MP4 to me, you promise among us here by Baba and becomes an albatross on our neck. And before we bring pressure, because our promise is say, we see where we see not thinking of where it's coming from. And then maybe bring you a good say. I did be out Tombi, I'll be so Toby. So I'm going to number back to a dime board cost row, electricity board. very me no can say you so talk me buy me pay me born say enumu because me tano you got 200 cities within a matter of 2 days then you answer whom are you going to complain to eti me no me enu an kasa ye niam aye your politics no see ya ko enum ni answer niam bi na politics of the vindictiveness hey your internal politics here no Dr. Bawumia Kennedy Japan some more for guy Kophobia me man can say Dr. Bawumia more from me buy the campaign no matter how they belong to them because we can some am catch papa no there ya young people no mu ye sika dey twitwa ho na wow to now can say ya obi o tabon kenu say no beka eti dey abeku kan dey doing politics and abeku buy my country so obon ho money maybe yes we don't no problem but me feel say be in position against you know or mo ye anyama boss me share na be brave free more because and someone on back kan no so mo buy o man timi anye bia ye yan kasa be catch them they are trying as much as possible to do something so that is the problem it yes over kan e bo Dr. Bawumia digitalization na say nya agenda it's a agenda to go bogu koko they no one come from so me 7,000 cities they buy you know what is it kasa dey is cheap talk is cheap but at the end of the day implementation no and the nipa so nipa na ye adwuma it that church obi nim it everything be projections but the reality and then weather forecast for the catch business to the better so the reality you know if you come to face it now that is what is happening in our politics here we do dirty politics blaspheme cast aspersions the dick of water I can't say we go man for so enye so about Sabina Bawumia that I'm for the year though said or Cochrane makeup a one full bag got need more because say it's a politics there you know I quite see me one make cow but you see yes oh the better one said Nana Kufa Doni President Mama I shall to close to that that was independence is over no one to come me
Papa. Oh, fine.
Yeah, elections. Oh, and someone among for big can found in one. Then yet, should we continue like that? Say, elections in there. You didn't want them. They were bad with the young castle. Let's forget it that it was political talk. It is saying in here, that's why some of us want to change the status quo in terms of the political and say, so politicians be back. No matter how can see me found when you're or yeah, I didn't know how can say what when you're yeah, but about somebody else who you'll be there down the wedding. To me, in terms of the creative industry in India, and maybe I may attract some. Maybe I won't be promised because me, I don't know what this will be. Or I did in America, or the case, but I did in better because that's where my brain is big.
Oh no, did he?
Yes, where the name Becca, where Becca. Yes, you can't say me about young quality creative people, any tax. I send a copy of Juma. Then the man Saban and the idea and the boy thing. People the youth are frustrated. The unemployment situation in Ghana is serious. Among 4 years school, Omo Yejuma and Kakoba is a police for being compared more so Jamua, Nipa 8 as a 6 Omu on the 12th of November. Omuko I can find the same. It's Felix, yes, sir, our way of politics, no, at the BPA and they back 1 or 2 jobs. But yeah, you share Emma or Mano, it was a man, no, and then it's all catch them say, Beabeku, only I know, no problem. I know you're watching me, I'll miss you, but means who said, and then maybe I'll Muki Kayano, if you have someone no more, who said, no, I can't say, Diabano, then try to do it. Be a source of concern, you mind. Offer GTA, no, or naming your big woman, if what you tell me, never be able to see my air, about Russell, yeah, Sunny, no. But almost at that time, when I'm more position, they also said something negative about that place. Also, I said, I am for you. Yes, young cassette, Pudo, no more shit, I read it.
All right.
That's right.
Me pato you, me be jao mawako, amada was name me bullet question me woman no. Wedding can't answer be that. The first one has to do with Doomso. I would say Doomso dear no crane me anim ebe say industry nepa movies films media ebe say no. Now the year of return you saw say it came to boost. One cross one ma other instances say, oh, one more ton chinchinga, one more ton wine, PK4, obiye nya, ejuma, obiye nya, bibi kakra during the year of return and at the end. Now, my major question, Uncle Fred, do you believe in the independence celebration of Ghana? Uncle Fred, oh,
hello.
Yeah, Uncle Fred, what's the matter? Okay. Me didn't come out preamble. Yeah. Maybe say independence celebration. You as a creative artist, you as a creative art person, do you see the celebration of our independence as a very important one, cultural tool, 2, economic tool, and 3, exposure tool? Do you see it like that or not?
Yes, Sunday say Independence Day, about once in a year. If you put all our resources together, we are now we are money fail to call all the regions. But people complain. So man, we are celebrating pomp and pageantry. You have 5 horses in India, if you had their corner. I just parade. About for big you collect it and I know. About we buy no. Or say yes, Obama the individual districts, any other day you dear. By the national, so concentrate your Flagstaff House. Yes.
Now,
maybe there's something. Can any independence square? People around us testing one that marketing is gone. If you do run and patronize, acquire independence square, do our top Ghana t-shirt or top Sashi the good comb, Omomokoba, say economic activity in a few individual and own just says cano. The big men sitting at the Jubilee House doing it for 2 or 3 hours. Because a man will look at you and say, your man will like a baby, a chair, they be collapsed. So when you are celebrating independence, I should go directly to the people now. I'm going to independence, man, like the sergeant, I get no money. But I tell them, they were soldiers. So the soldiers should partake more in the parade rather than the school children. School children, officer, say, can you cry your son? 6 months to be do. Now, why you need here? Your man call match pass, you be sending match pass. Your man could be. So every individual, be try say, we put up a good behavior to buy a match pass. They tell picture who say, yes, if you do now, I come matching. Say, flavor in a free 4th August. Nana Kufa declare no as Founders Day. Abamba we buy was that the 1st July. 1st July, I'm sick. I declare no as Tourism Day. Set them away. Beach, among for beach, any other dinner. I give it to me. Individual baby, I know be a Kutanaki, but we had a celebration. Preambles now expose our culture, our economy, any our tradition in but some of them are being missing. Now who caused them? Because Omano schedule so opinion teachers is soon in pure next voice soon. Why in that be in Tom cannot stop with scouts to go up you and Tabano said, so cut it down, setting now
that is where my problem. That is the bullet question I was going to give you. Then I will leave you. The enemy said, a government, Uncle Fred, you've been in politics for a while. A government, your major mandate is creating that enabling environment for your citizens to thrive. Now, Uncle Fred, what you can say independence, you almost say Wuskantino, Omucha so put in the Jubilee House, and penny funny dignity say about me patch Yentiomoka. Yes, say. Oh, catch them say debut. Said they are saying say Omuka take away cost, me boy, and I'm calling all of that. Now, yeah, Jubilee House. Let's use the cost effect to talk. Are they telling us say and penny for diplomats California the idea? So just and penny for the idea beba near Betu saying one way better now or no. Mama je per diem obi aniska.
No, we need some information or some so I can't answer to that one. But by all means, Sabi, I'm quite open so. Maybe I be a book, baby, and in the baby, I
can tell you something, Fred. I can tell you, say, every dignity, every also penny, and I'm telling you this because that's the truth, and I dare anybody to come and challenge me. Every person be our call why a man, including Akolana Okoka, a man penny high sense. Yeah, to say who. Everybody was giving something. Now my question is say, would you rather take the money? Would you rather take the environment that would have benefited the whole people and invested it in just a few people at the Jubilee House? Do you think that is a prudent management?
Okay, my main coming. What you are saying, I don't have any information about that.
I want to come in America. So why are you page in America?
So what can you be new? Say, my music will have, but somehow cannot. I do be a baby, there will be negative and positive on home, but be a baby on home. We content and a bit
exactly.
But that's what. But you and I knew the last time I'm kind of obviously baby the last independence on me and Nana Kufuor say spending 15 million Ghana cedis. That's of some of them. People say we buy it, also spending 2 million Ghana cedis. You and I
we're not
I cannot speak to that, but me to soon can say Yan one will share Independence Square no man and in the power base after there's a refreshment. But after say a moment per diem said the number independence me once in I don't know anything about their expenses somewhere or I don't do just expense. They my waste scam. You allegation yeah.
So many allegations, some of
I'm absorbing myself from this statement. Say me, don't tell me, blog
yeah, I understand.
So, the way we me new Sikasembia or no, you say, we might be saying can be Independence Square and could be a bit a benefit. Abanus there be about being in law, the Babanus Empire, Independence or the 69th edition, in 68th and 69th edition. Yo, to celebrate a soldier for no individual saying, I can't tell you some of the answers. Look at other regions now. On the regional capitals, will be any day. The government says, yeah, cut it down cost because can be no. Not only one will be called hospital bed, the Canada out one, the hospital bed, So you are celebrating, and then there is no hospital bed. But you can't solve it there. And I can't get you because it's a babu. He will supply us all our needs, not all our wants.
In the 70,
$5,000. No, I was Freddie. Interview you don't with their bread. I must say, if I told you before, granting this one, it is the needs, and some of the I say priorities. Ghana have priorities in this saying. The priorities we say are buying about for 30 this year. 36 years here, 34 years here. You buy democracy, then the Fourth Republic. About they may be brave, and then now we go Kumasi. Say now Ufri Accra. Now Utra from Pokwasi. Maybe I'm in changing. And it's a journey of 13 kilometers. It took me 1 hour. 1 hour. Now Okanya. Anybody brave Burkina Faso, Tamale, Sunyani, Obianam, the fear anyone and Echo. Now from Pokwasi to some it take you 1 hour. And then if you are who go do Osino, or Osino Chrome, the Galamse time down the corner issue. And so what comes in here I call. It'll be a 2 hole. That Yakopa has a Jimmy. I don't need so say independent Costa. That will cost as I said away. It's associated that you went to a hoka. Before you know, see, Opa, I also said you may go to my way, Richard, and I'm more down, and I'm away. I still said now, no. If you are better than I said, so what the Padia, but then can only see that one talker, one condemnation to the one more bra. And then idea be the argument, Obiako, baby, not on better way, and we never could put to one side. And that's the problem that the country is facing. Send there, we are going to not to cook once about what the young say. Put to our tone and I draw your no wonder. I will tell how That man who say come in highway, inside my one, the same part I be him.
Every cranial.
Now put the cocoa, now cook my see cocoa do baby nanny. I'm cocoa over come New Year, we call Agogo. Now I see Omo sorry, or come Emma for 18 hours. For 24 2 days. Nam to come 2 days. See 2 days. Obi na sorry o ko sit down. I saw dance here. Main road. I be no alternative route. Now I'm playing offense on my flight. About dehydration. I communipa. It we plan. When a man was saying it is something because say after that I want you say people be gathering one people, about 500 people at a place. All Ghana. And she say, you know, and never be you can yes, me no di baby I know baby. Take a tray one could be a bit many you can credit, but a man knows by not to on table sir. But still I can crabby. Nice to cancel it. It's not spending 50 million, best friend less 1.5 million. But you must have to 40 million and I deploy. That's why we have to ask. But my ultima, who call hospital when you're out to bed. In 21st century, AI time. Over. It's what Canada will say. Over her, Ghana had the dog and ever. But when you talk about it, yeah, Tiano. I mean, who can answer? If you are politics, yeah, than the politics. If you are, all right. Felix, if you company say, yeah, no matter what.
May I say, with Uncle Fred, and Kamija Mawako, but many nipa me no be almost more picture. Sorry, I'm more question now. You okay, sir? We bit me answer 1 or 2 questions. Is that okay?
Oh, why not? Oh, it be
okay. Me pacho intino Mr. Milano. Mr. Wa opportunity ne da o say ube bisa question back to Uncle Fred. Na fi yento aso. Okay.
Maybe I'll be naming the time or the time or time of the RKB bit my email. So it's a now cassette and this by maybe it said 6 March Jubilee House because of certain the reaction on a phone until no yeah or my yeah to say on to no said a bit saying no say and yes I did I had appointment yeah now let me say the beside say now to say now I'm the Jubilee House on no yeah budget I'm call Jubilee House on no yeah the yeah budget state no meaning me and the taxpayers money any edit any the previous government no again another any Baumia government no more year now almost call regions no apart from saying Kalana Rebecca say yeah be you my free or Nanka because here the regions now a what economy near the in a sense say hotel industries and comfort I'm a bit yeah, I mean, no, yeah, no more. Almost the John man think it's it. Almost a dumb call. I'm almost so business line a boost to. And so that and on that, saying this is say, you know, you me and number one question I'm beside.
Okay. Uncle Fred, Patrick, what's the question? And now we mint mum. Uncle Fred. Oh, I'm standing with Uncle Fred.
Man, take question about Kukrabat. We will say, Obi Betron say, when neutral, usually there's nothing called neutral in politics. Be MPP ni, do tune. Be MPP ni my papa. But a coordinator. My ida. Be MPP ni my papa. Me samachi. So I can say papa. I found him who had any 14 years.
All right, but your question now, Obi San say. Who make here you be say aban we say or per se okate cost and afi so enkwala ni bia ye komachi no mu fenti ni ade ne hwan and oka say na Akufo Addo de no na odeko every region they said ya wa admit ya a day economic boost ede buy no enti dia nanka ye benya sa economic freedom no ma obia baby at least obodo ka mo ya wan ni me ene dia ye beka say enkola no ebenya ebia ebe fenti enti no ye twam ne mu de na ye melano ba say sa I mean you were trying to say yeah enti no sa de ni me no emu de na ye Uncle Fred say obi ebe didi
that's not yes na ye get no level I hello
yeah kasa ni enti Uncle Fred kasa
national level Accra there na also atwam but on my district no omo bia ya mama timeline say acha by 11 can it to ya be about 2 o'clock in around that so yeah it's a thing say and maybe we have a bar e boy nyama
but to the Uncle Fred my challenge with that thing sorry Uncle Fred my challenge with that thing and they say in this we interview yeah what I say region this for also your money but Uncle Fred that has always been there. Ye di Independence Day wa Accra. Enkurase ni baby a make a make a match pass. Sebe Gomua West. Gomua Yemi make a match pass. Yet the major thing was happening in Accra. So they're cutting the say one cutting what the other people would do in their regions. I personally don't think say that is a sound reason enough for you to say you are doing. And again, in terms of the budget, Uncle Fred, how much do we know that has been saved? And if all these cuts has been saved, why are we not paying workers?
Okay, so God for the day power ma aban and wamba. Was it in tone time say na me yemi dear? It is a nyami pa na me cano utwin for so no other 7 try their command petition and their commands are there or any home. And noon to the only window of opportunity they say open set abambi a year decided in the bar. Then the next 4 years, you go and vote and then you change and go back. But now, or buy or sell by what change 4th August in Jaba a holiday and then a holiday. Or buy an Muslim holiday and 1 day or buy 2 days or so the net account. If I'll top on a man order no. So we changing what say a constitution in here. The next government no back also feels that I didn't want. You will be changing. I'm almost say privilege in some years and you man. Timmy go challenge, I beg you, I come to me better. I'm a president. But what Diana, I do with 1 year, a bit me. It be a public, and then sorry say you call demonstration against it. Say, but once above will be a get up, then a Kufado, cry on the president, won't go be. They were there to celebrate with him. So when I make an because I obey the Yana say, Mimi, ya, Kekoya independence, but was in no pet. And I answer among one, do not run a 2 Abamano. Say, Omi so on for Omanimra, if you to buy no who's a manimrano, if you have M1 or Mano, and what's the son, what do we do?
Okay, but I say, I mean, you, Mamifa next Imra, which means that you don't control that aspect, which is true. So, Sabina no pay, so no, do be dinner. Yes, when in I believe said they are Uncle Fred, they can yet you. Melano, the all can say, or no, acquire MPP ni, Bibisa or no one penny, already Uncle Nya. And Kiyenko dino all the regions they said they are another year, but I buy for front aba and I buy no no rules. I been say bet me be a demonstration and be a letter be a better opinion.
So say or no need that power now, but many again, but when soon make us say they are any year and a year. Because me also make us say me so previous government and we are far better than we
opinion of
and your opinions are different. Opinions are different. Yo, okay, yo, Martin. No problem. Once we are done, we can let him. Once we get we are done with him and he goes, then we can do our own submissions as regards to today's program. This Ellen Pacho, we hold on. DK. Okay, try answer. DK, try answer. DK, try. It is possible. Me Pacho, I mean, tell question. No.
Me Felix Bichicha Mina Manielen Melan King Age. But to be in Shas from Kuma Fredima. Now, and then, yeah, Papa, me uncle Wafa. And then you know about most of your answers. No. Number one is too much of generalization. And say, fine, I understand. So we have people need there are certain things they be a name and call out. But say, when there's clear evidence, I didn't come here yet. No generalize. I am a higher Catholic. Felix, I mean, not says much. So what can you know? Sorry, Lanado, 19
Yeah.
yes, and to what we say, now we took set much the call after deliberation. And you invited was president. Mammy, not ever no call.
No for.
No for, yet you know, Shanka, Bessie, so to walk, and to the time we say, this is what cutting down cost. Let's see, it's not about cutting down cost. It's about the benefit. You didn't blow my no. You didn't want to talk about that. What to the class on your president, on your minister, on your leader. Some says much way, and it brings back patriotism in us. I want us at that day when you're done in the crowd. Emotions, baby, come across. And yes, Shamo, you have to your school uniform, so yeah, we are found that Shamo socks and legs. Why would you be? And you're feeling that the young some people. And you're from school uniform, and you're not successful. And on my so good. And we'll stop swinging on something. And you say, this one, we know the cost of everything, but we don't know the value. And it's wrong. Phone yet, to me, now, and you know, and they're shocking people big time. Make one not in regional fancy garden. So,
They say crash up on time here. On time you shows to cry.
People they short people. As I say, you the future value of it. And see, when we take jubilee formation bottom. Things that would have
Yeah. No correct.
Negotiations and
all right. All right. Hold on, mommy. But hold on, mommy. Okay. All right. Diana, me pato mama men clear bi do a. All right. Can I men clear bi do a? Sister.
Ice cream for hoteliers for.
Okay. All right. Okay. Sister Lily, mama ka say mo a. Pato mama ka say mo a. Pato mama ka say mo answer. Me pato mama ka say mo a. Say you na ye follow conversation ni ya. Yeah, Uncle Fred, the Okan say, and me please, I don't want to so I don't want us to kind of misjudge and miscue what is being said here. They are no can say one. ono de eye ono Fredima de ojidi say idea nanado de baye na odidi no all the regions ni nyina no na eya de papa pa ono no gidi say ebustu yen osan so kan say ye nkoda no say ye use kwa match pass ya u feel good and you to keep who neat in order for you to get selected. So he has talked about all the positive of what Nanado did. Now, Okan Bibi about cutting down cost. And now Okan Bibi about Enkola, Ebia, Omo, Ebejine, Emu, all of those things. Now, on the point here, all can say, me, wo, yejina here, ye bu ofua, ye bashi NDC for no. Say, ye bet to me, aye bibia. I just say, ebra so say, yenko to aba. Na ye hunu say, San she we are NDC for the brain in terms of our ameboyen into ye koto abadi etiomo so that we get our old independence back. I want us to be clear on that. Fredima is not here saying say dear John Mahama Kwashe Jubilee House here, papa, there be on casa, one casa, there be one casa. And now, me made into the in my question, may the question be one, they say, into a patch, and say, one more winning, and say, you prediasa, will be a yes, said, scam, Fidimuana, and I'll say, another day, me are fellas in the master moon, no Freddy, dear, Pato, and no, the Unim will be name, when him say, and yet, then, we saw with Sakakra, such a program, no, be bed and ever coso. So, no, Titi. And no, cars are cut out there. Be Titi, my patron, my patronity, Mr. Any demora, Mommy and Clay. And no, Freddy Neckers are cut down cost too. Or say, I buy now what bear John Mahama Diano. Or no, so no, not giving no cut cost. Oh, or no, John Mahama, they say, or cut cost. There be me patcho, and your Freddy man and Eka say, don't only say, according to John Mahamano, according to a buying way, yeah, they are to me, I got and Sano, or no, say, or cut cost into the Woko Dino. And on no cry, and as I said, Utie no cray ye crana, or science team will be able to say, Obia, there's no way say program say, Bequa, Bibi Kakranya den, and full being sound. And to use that as a yardstick, say, no tea a cost today, on it, or mono yeding, and yadin. However, on no Freddy or two way, only said to me, no. The biggest they can do is say, Obey creative art for say, young demonstration. Then the pack a crab, asa. But the 2 million and Casani, Nipo person, ya, the end of the day. A NDC, for no sign can say, Yasha Mukrana, and Crawford saw the G and Watum, say, Yan the Papo, say, Yan the Papo, no. People are going there, and that is how our former presidents, Fonidi Bemu, and our sister Lily, clear say, and Uncle Fred, I was trying to tell you that, say, they were there not because they said they are Mahama, papa. However, only statesmen. They are not like Mahama. Nanadu Bedi are there, one co state program, be other, one co independence, be other. Since 2017, Mahama co independence, be other. But yet, there, only statement, and Omoko into Uncle Fred, and also no ye trema. Say one man call because almost support entirely what Mahama is doing by taking the independence from there. However, Omakoye statement, that's why they would have to what we attend to that. What's what we need no. Me pato sana no kadia no kasa ni no kasa in a third. Me pato you. Me pato you.
I know him very well. But on time said, June 10th, disaster is CNA. NDC phone essay in the studios, no man, paying any man. Say, no man ice cream, the seller, and mom fat ice cream, any day. NDC,
yeah.
Only a new plane, okay, say, quite I know the caliber of person out here. A man is true. On standing as the way now what's in only a new plane on your campaign and in my time to buy me again on can be on your boat non can and this is going to mean
okay.
That's the old time in the present culture.
Okay, Martin, may I say, it's a little impact. You are trying to conclude your win in the battle. Ubit me asking, I conclude. The battle. Okay, try answer. 1 second. Sister Lee, try answer. Uncle Fred, obesanka we obemu kakra on.
We say omoma kuma ama form. Na sebe. Ebi o minim mi papa.
Aye.
Yeah, no. In 1979, revolution because of MPPT kumi rest cinema kumase. But share my story ya. As one make can say politics na yeah no. Aya ye emotions in that dey
In free.
Baba why very emotional. And say na we think oh inquire me why if form to me nyame we. Pokwase be am interchange. Because kan ho asem. And then nyina political so be obi a okwan.
Anu say almost so pa. Anu say
communication
pa. Pokwase interchange na we okodi ho dance and me kai pen do mu di watem pa.
But I know I said from that I dey see actually obi Salentina Nana Akufo-Addo be ina me bo the two because ade o ye Nana Akufo-Addo no very good and e mo ho ban ina me kan wasem etimi ni aba no nya motere why bibia be make bibia what I am the pastor Philip apia wa cheche mu say dey boni bia nim o mo nya motere e aba we na so the open mandate ye ne Ghana for do na to abama no the open na all ye yo ye bibi ni empa we can write it and then demonstrate obi our platform in social media etimi ni aba yi the way we around kasa no okọ social media no so agbomodi akọ na yeso abana be body be anim why body be anim but me na e be di o mpanyi bi atem ana so panyi bi atem say because akwa independence I will never fall for that kind of thing you me. Okay, no matter how but the country will be David it is say we be say we neutral there's nothing called neutral in politics utu abankwa de onye neutral but if you won yeah, no, ye crack any adwuma to adwuma me ye ma the whole Ghana but me that to say me MDP ni say me crack go be a this o me nyum e me ho but obi na mo ba isa na e no between because you zebra station e power FM no we fie wotwe because I become again also ma me kwan ba ho it be them independent thinker but me I belong to the MPP family everybody knows that's right.
Okay, all right, may I say Mr. Lim Pacho, I feel conclude me na me to me and for the rest of the people. After one on my close. Me Pacho chanson. Obi wa ha ono so question be and I say no question. Obi wa ha bi apart from it is possible no. Obi wa question bi wa ha. Okay, it them say it is possible in Quantino. After the conclusion. Oh, Sergio. Now I can't see you. You have Joe is for. You have gone. Okay, anyways, I'll bring you back and then see how we can get it. But it is possible, Pacho, for one to see briefly, Mamina, men start a submission. No.
Felix, I mean, from a Musina, what I said, we cannot follow him. He's very nice person, but maybe any problem, money, say, or generalize it near Mano. Maybe meaning so politics a chiache, a thing, but at the end of the day, all short politics are dynamic. Things are changing now. So, all star politics now. It's not like that anymore. Gen Z for me is different. They want to see, they want to feel. If you want to convince them, man, generalization is not going to do the magic. It is not going to convince them. It made them some kata work on maybe again. Say yeah, try them as NPP. Yen descending and legacy me.
Okay.
Generalization.
Me da se pa until all problem kakra na the generalization part me da say. Sunday also a question. Me pa to be a question quick. Why, Mr. Me pa to why? Sunday question. Pacho quick. Why not? We me die no 2 hours me on here.
The question is say, NDC for any can say, almost spend I think say
50 million Ghana cedis. Yeah.
50 million. Now, as a man of 4 cost now cut if I do the spending or the appointing.
Okay.
And
Okay. I believe sir, we there. I don't think sir Uncle Fred be who you. Me cry say me name. Because sir, we never a jubilee house for more year you man buying no Uncle Fred. Me pato what to say? Me pato cat na you cat and what is car o save you no baby e wo. Or the home receipt I say bibi sa daddy.
There be no me ye no. This of economic plan na go hu dey. Generalization mo kan ya say generalization. We ni aba ko ka say wo ye ya Gen Z former ba. Obo come one 70 say. We ni aba. O nya botre. Wo akọ politics bia me ahwie so say bia gu so am na e to ye gina so da. E bia mu gina mo kasa. Hwe. Politics is not about say obe gina na wo kasa den na wo ye we. A composer. You convince people. Say I didn't think after 2024 any my age na Ghana photo e be man go trouble. And before they be go why did they happen? After interchange na na for the name of na for the papa na Ghana for someone to abama no. Because and this for any message you be to amount for about he said yeah bre. And Ghana for to be to when he so for baby go trouble. Say ka cover baby ko 2 million ko trouble. You say na ka bi na ba ye bi obejina ni go fu ye say the generalizing dem no. Yeah ko trouble. We are the car coming from a man for you now. It's in politics down, no, and yet Bruce, me and one word, I make kata. Politics is all about propaganda. Propaganda, you use it well. Coming command and DBT, you use propaganda, but be a propaganda, or you have to make it believe. May you wait to be about may way. When I get a chance, I'll do this one. But Busan will say, do number we are now. Oh, my young because I am Obiano at the team once them. Nobody knows. We project every politics idea is very projection. A tuba na ekwan ba no ye bi na kufa do ba onya akwan no hwede ma waye hwede ma of interchange so aye hwede ma yi fly over oye o sprinters would in that day as na point for so say swami wa ma me ye o on the stronghold you be can say it mean politics of vindictiveness ye yi am for didi am for tememe no sana ba ya me yes I will never do that. You speak to issues. Baby obia ya say no e say born abaso because me my mind ba Dr. Bawumia ba be say born abaso o no I want abaso a odi ba wetu ba be say that here okay MPP o ma ba no enya nim nya no mo ya oye ni right yes when me ka say mo nya wrong okay what you say baby o ha ye baby so enye kra say me can electricity yesu me no ka say like you say duma esu every 2 days be I have me I bet you one time say have me electricity and you call your mammy or for boy them because if you go baby you say I think your man and call you about him on buying but the other areas also about money that's all sanity. Okay, all right, a friend me that say DK me patro the a question and a submission
a question because it's in casa be so me should be no man no just say abeku e bom modern side baby abeku ye juba abeku something
yeah
but again no who ye nti o ka say abeku bom modern because Bawumia his excellency at the app people ya o ka say emfa app through app no so no e bit ma boa industry no amon ko woni wo do be akoto be kra manfo be hu ye beto abeku ya ne be tina platform so e can say Nigeria for Timi Sanya no
correct.
Na Ghana for because Nipa on think outside the box. I want to make in future. I will become with Nigeria no ya I want one because me women who say NDC buy no or collapse BBI and
okay.
Kuma for a artist for any actress for Omusu.
Okay.
It's a dear na beku ya was a beku ya dear be upon home.
You made us a pandike because I know say a question and I'm some person bisa Uncle Fred. We there what can say me be what say abe kunum near many be more yeah to you no correct ko ye me part over to me I'll stay a few things abe kunum buy no really outweigh say be airboa the creative art obe to me am I say okra no be some abe question no excuse me to say you came from a prejudice mind that okay about Bawumia. Say, or come, but we are now the first person I'm challenging. You know, be between a new power on page. I know that. Yes, say you know that's all. But your man are buying and about them. Your money mandate.
So Uncle GT, Ghana Tourism Authority, GTA. Only mammy a friend of four who had two in a juma. Yes, one man called on it, a man on it. None of you about 2p. You didn't independence, one who saw South Africa only, or 2-4, a quiet in the mile. Well,
okay.
I'm fine. Home.
Okay.
Hello.
Yeah, Mawa.
Tell home. After hours, someone come far. They get time why I know sick, but we ain't doing it. Oh no, he was doing politics. I mean, a channel was a small cover, but we are not yet. Uncle Bay, of course, South Africa, or Koya, and yet, offense the pictures or the Bible sending video, and yet digital age one if I buy. If I baby,
if I digital name
politics, no, and so on the canal. Because
damn batch on me about that batch on me about hold on. Damn batch on me.
What's it politics and you can say a big no dear no say. Me perceive opinion at say, Yamukrana 79, Yanni Rawlings, ye cool about your crowd. We realize, said the man was not walking the right path for Katre, Giatri, and Hufri. Into Ubia obediatro, and dear Giade. Why do you second him? At the warrior crown, you should be able to tell the people, said the warrior. And you're right, we don't have to trust him. Nipana Bedin Trona won't say it was politics. At the moment, what is he doing? Is he also not playing politics? Now, politics going the gentle way, no, it do baby crap out me. I know didn't in any wolf. Sometimes it will be wrong, so we'll continue to be any more catching will be said, the way you know at a right. Where on this edge, no Britain, so Wednesday be a umshia no debate here, there is nothing. If it's good, don't talk about it. Because me, I will convince me, no. You should be able to convince me, say, the papa you're wrong. What is good, don't go there. Live it with them. Name the warrior, and you know. No walker, Amma will be or no change, and I won't say, oh, Miakura, the bar, you, and won't say anything. Then you are playing a role. But you come to be on this app, not as you won't say, oh, they is doing the right thing. I didn't know your movie. Or you're right now. That is let's talk about it.
Okay.
What is so no beginning your no the opening? We speak about the wrongs and no me and your votes. And we don't come to say whatever you can be more holier than the Pope.
Okay.
Now the Omaya and condemn it and have your thoughts. Say me I don't need because who defending the punish or you're the right thing. Then politicking, I mean, shut up.
Okay, Uncle Fred, but what's the way I will Omokano? The Omokano way. Have you seen the angle they are coming from? They are saying if somebody did something wrong. Uncle Fred, so far, yeah, man, so far.
You know, when you have every day, every Saturday, you know, on Casa, what I said. I win, no matter 1 month. I told I can say, they say, I buy be a buy into me because I buy be no baby that. Papa, my was only running Rawlings on a you know, you're tripping home. Maybe can't get Rawlings and me, Papa. For the chrome, die, do a cool one, Papa. You celebrate here, eh? Coming in, no police station, here. I'm bobbing Papa, my own swine. I got yourself a penny penny, family member, who are 14 years. What some of us have gone through, no? Say, politics be one. You should say, young fancy, say, you're doing extra kind. Say, yeah, dear politics. Teacher, you couldn't say no, boss. It come. Someone want me catch them. It come, Ghana, I would try what you want.
Look here.
Different. But I say, I buy it.
I didn't say what kind of correct. I can't hear the kitchen say, and yet, but the one doctor said, near Doctor on your crown, near motor and Sand of Brew by and so near Doctor man who destroy.
Oh, yeah.
Say, who's on your and yet, we don't have to say you're doing well. No, he's not being nothing.
Yeah, Uncle Fred.
But you know, also on your now, when your politics in the but when you do something, let's see, say you are not following doctor, but you are following doctor. What is doing?
Okay. Uncle Fred, me pato dia
Oh, the omo kan nyina me tiase. It is say pa me ti hai. Seven previous for the benefit of conversation. Me ko Jubilee House for me ko yi Mahama mfi wa na say. The only option you know as people rich man say we should go back and tell our people say the any expected fee or onye ni ye. It will be 2028 by the constitution to Tiano. I did try and I said the demonstration. It is open so
money. Uncle Fred,
individual mind. I've expressed mine. Also express so they don't attack mine. What mean you no problem, but attack mine. Some of us, somebody like Abeku, we knew him before he went into politics. 87. Me am to eh. Obama Busuamwa. Ebi boy ya o we knew Asante Achimnof. Or he coming from Bon. Eh. Me offer say no. Or MPP ni mapa. But concerning as independent candidate. And Asante Achim for Tomano. Me MPP ni. And then maybe o ha apia I'm do some say part 2.
All standing one standing as independent. One standing as independent and can confront to man. Mimi freedom yabla. So go support. No fast no. Someone here can say, so we MPP, what do you call it, communicator. Obana will become someone. It must go directly either against or for your party. You don't come in Unimabeku, yes, forget. And my scenario say, I was with JG 7981. But one time we see a union split here. Me who say he went off. And Nuntina me man call a friend saying NDC. You understand me? Indian as someone who general people, because I say, oh, Kessa will be asking. My young say, this is where you're coming from. As someone who can be cool. I say, well, your uncle, those guys are some of your friends. The name, I say you are defending them. What's from we can also explore. But because then why should we get them out? If a vehicle is doing something like that,
why should we even vote them out? Yeah. Okay.
Make us a view. I'll express my
opinion. And say, say the opening. Politics that you can so we live for the year. And yet, a year no fellas, wouldn't Canada, yet, an opposition ever come name photos, no woman, and none open to don't your boy because I beg what John, I did say His Excellency, idea project or what can say, yeah, what they say,
yeah,
that's a mere, you know, we should be jammed because I said, I beg and like I said, you're back to say, I don't want one so. But I'll bet they say, and no, and says some George did. Some George says, so I had it. One more, yeah. I hope I could be before. I got it to Ghana for Tuesday. I so also dear, a dorsal, fraud for that dorsal, 18% a year. Why? I say, why to me, a fraud the floor. They are the same kind of fraud.
Yeah,
never find him for them when you get it. Or channel. And none as so seem to say, a buy way up. Now, for a coffro, no one to me, quite over fast or bet you or more. What do you mean? That means one woman of Conacana. I didn't tell another dear no. Now, say the same some near the Chihuahua. Or Guyana wouldn't tap of 3 years. About Ghana, ever cheering. If I told a young some kind in one of Saturday, I some judge.
Yeah, be not on your registration.
What was the woman? And say, but your opinion said, woman, your feet. That's a question. The embassy of Southern say. Casabia Wukabia, and yet dear bomb with him. But your mother, dear, you been Jama, what test no. One more dear, or for any one dear. It won't send go for your mother, and say Coco, Coco, you say Quebec matras. One of some of them says 1,000. Near quiet, near Sanko for Mosacas. Oh, I got my so ya so. It is a banner to so great. That is what he gained. Over the Emo fa bo mu se o mu ka so be mam say start it ya tiso and tiso.
Omo fa ba omo. Yeah.
Omo fa bo mo. E no be ko. If I'm a not sure. But you can say me was a bit on one number. Ba kokro ba ho.
Sentina me bisa Uncle Fred say to you. Who's me say they bisa Uncle Fred say. Sanka Meno and like Uncle Fred, this one I wanted you to give me project. Winning the entire because Oka MPP there no with Mark no more in now. Obobo project. Uncle Fred, some of the reasons why some of I'm like the people are like this in the MPP there no Obobo project. Now abe kunumaba 1 year mu echo 2 years mu no way. Project ben okay. I'm like, for instance, you talked about idea and the Kumase minister no is using, or the Ashanti region minister is using. Omobaye, Abeku tourism no. What is the one programmer? Because even the Black Star whatever line was a big flop. Unless you are telling me that was properly organized. because that wasn't at all. This was the worst case of everybody against that in terms of showmanship. Okay, I said will be said during Nanado time, you know, even not a late we have to so Kevin Boy no to me by here then ebe host one show. How many of them no one can say to me are you one can some shows so man can say your shows. And if there is a project to be a big Kuba ye won't so a big quiet. So far you talked about South Africa or ne utum for koye. To me those ones are just procedures. I mean, yes, I mean penny be kobe be me didn't that doesn't sell one CD for me as as an artist, or doesn't give me one stream as an artist. But a platform that can sell my music, that was initiated by your government, NPP, can give me the creative art, the revenue. A platform where I can sell my movies, a platform where I can sell my arts on, can give me something a better benefit to be a. And this Obano NDC, Abeku Santana, KOD, one so far, a dear single thing, and I say, me and Sebia. Mr. Fred, we tell mensa, would be a year to one so oh, minion my bay kunuma ye, a dear we, I dear we are, you bet not share no Eddie Acomasem, and an anki here, say be sour, obey to my young.
Oh, no, Fedako, because my car, I can say,
David, Uncle Fred, the artist are part and ask you. Some part of the
appear, a cast I'm be honest. Questions I was saying, I be break you just in the me fat. Salient point as one more can be brought in 2 years internet, you know. You say, well, problem, they say, Kevin Boy in 2 years, so why. And actually say, when you come to the creative sector, a privately living 777 periods on you. And Yabeku Santana, and ask if you would quite Kevin was a show.
But the environment will detect, though.
Okay.
But if the conducive environment is there, the artist can tap into it.
Conducive environment is a subjective. Now when you have done a concept of any say, I think it's my broso. Say under this government of a baby. Now when you are under this government, say Stone Boy in a offense says I could cook once a quiet. And only in front of politics, what is saying about politics? Say Kevin Boy in ya so being a D, Abiku Santana when area. Do you know Massive Sports Stadium? Come for cry a banning say, Mo be a do you know what went in here and Sunday don't back? A ban way on it to swap. But say, Yaba baby cop. And Ghana for a ban on my back. Opo po and round the battle is so this war. To Tawa voting a beba. So I need so Sako the against sorry. Come back to a Sako the amount point my match at Mon Stadium. Satawale independence kwa de mano and only abano a year de boa creative film no independence kwa abano me traka say oh me man kwa edwan ho sports stadium amu kwa so Stone Boy ya ka so cover grass and sana mo yes all this opportunity about deny any creative person bia subject today can be talking about the creative industry mom for me ko for other politics bia we are talking about the creative it's abano eba wakati msemi mina bikuta bano betu wakati tumo bia nko stadium kwa boye show bia o yefa mo football nko a so onwa yimu no onwa yakoso akira omo ama abano so abo opportunity we bia ofa sebi when you be once ya yen kan sa ba we perfect
all right
ya ba aba bia ba obe bibi but enyo obi afa ntimi omo am ti on enyo mo fe no I don't have any problem at all
okay
because I be na oye yi nyamtom odidi ba unya ta many first person ba betron against you know o ti ase and yet me kan say omo ba 1 year no nya efe mo me nya sa de no you emphasize do
okay
I one
yeah think okay yeah think you know
the difference because Dr. Balubiati at the end of the day, who say I didn't yet. Meanwhile, I don't say
Uyusu.
To Freddie Man, was so condemn yellow. Saturday man or the Nadia yellow, so Bodini and tea or the other. The shelter or the year of return. You know how I'm not in that. Yes, I see. 85 school. Oh, come on, say. Nina, Nana, any Quasiajman, Saturday, we are one of Quasiajman. And it is also a bit cool one more dear. You can say, oh, one year, or you live in here, because you won't be able to show. Sammy, and I'm out.
Oh, we had the Abini, being Cassette in China, the American who I know. You have been seen, you may be. Now we cast a concert on my opportunities are only my mom for. Now, no, because attack what they don't. Free I don't call O2 a quiet concert no abano any any mission diplomatic yeah which was sorry I said you quite you O2
okay okay yeah okay yeah Uncle Fred Uncle Fred I feel my minty yo okay Martin about I feel
young about you be say you be there ye now so there ye say every before say I deal with ya say ye I said bibia ye near by bibia no whom you enjoy communication here let's stop that one say nearby bibia everything I bia no good say you good for
congratulations we winning.
That yeah, 2028, you know, you have a big strategy to come. As you say, let's stop that one. Please.
All right. All right, may I say? Me pato Monchayansa. Me pato Felix Felix Nyabotre, enemy nya guest. Nyabotre, hey. Nyabotre ma mo nkasa. Felix Felix Munyabotre, me pato show no me control show no ha. Mesremo. Mama yema decorum embra page ni so. Ye invited guest say oni embedi creative arts and komo. Mesremo muntie ni ye pa. Oba ye no. Or the alpha history mu from Nkrumah Penswa ene ebidua. Obetina hey. Enye bibia na waka eye positive for MPP. Enye bibia na waka eye negative for MPP. Enye bibia na waka eye negative for NDC. Enye bibia na waka eye positive for NDC. The onone can say the ayen yadwene say ye ne omunya adwene anase omunye ni yi no. Ebre no so say ye koto aba yenye den yentunti om. Now Uncle Fred, the problem I have me final year me mauni. And the sentiment of most of the people were and then they say, Uncle Fred, you went to the same high school like me. Okay? You went to Infantipem. I went to Infantipem. Oh, sorry. Prempe. Meme Infantipem, but I know that one of your sons like that went to, I think, Infantipem was.
Also, Infantipem, they say it's senior no more. Hey.
Yeah.
Now,
okay. So this is what I'm saying. Your government came to power. He did a lot of good things. Yen to me, I'm born a basso. The area woman say, and Crawford no Uncle Fred Tierney pound. Their daily job say, be MPP be a party no. Omo Sabi and your Now, the same person now Mr. Fred, who say kuli hair here na omo kasa hono. Or no buyer, kuli hair no turn 7 times. Over the ocean Monday, over the ocean Tuesday. Wo Mr. Fred huna, hey, ukuli hair the F pound. Oh, we Mr. Pound, we say an F pound. What it does in politics and what it does in communication, they say it dampens the spirit. Because say Uncle Fred abon nyom ma die ade dede amana be the same obi agiatum. Na say bi on prediasa yemfa ne say quick action so akoye enyom yateta sabe ma dia ade dede na Uncle Fred ye no yateta no ho akojije sabe o the other person no mo dia ho. It doesn't make sense. Something that you condemn, you cannot come and do the same thing and collect praises for it. And that is the sentiment my people are saying here. Say, Abeku Santana, Eja, Okasa ye no, and Kabeku to me for a platform. Nancy and was starting Ekasa, it me can say, oh, I got it wrong. When I said Dr. Bawumia digitization agenda for creative arts was not good. Meba ye, mebe hunu say, implementation is not the good kwemuno, ebebwa. We don't have a problem. But you cannot come, Uncle Fred. No. I mean, this is not a laughing matter. You cannot come, trash what I did, come and do the same thing I did, and expect me to praise what you trashed. That one, I don't think that is even politics. I don't think that is not even somebody doing politics. Because you, Uncle Fred, fine. Education. Omo ka say omo beto to we ni ade ama sebi enkola. Uncle Fred, can you be bold to tell me say eduane enkola na edi ni school mo no better than what they came to meet? It's not, it's worse. So why should we praise them for something they trash? And that is the sentiment my people are saying. And yes, obi attack and so be ye per se Uncle Fred muyi manim na ye hu ni say Abeku Santana ye madamfo. KOD ye madamfo. Ye were dealings even after politics and after music. Ye were dealings. Nanso sa Abeku Santana ka na ye wronga. I Fred J. Mensa should be bold to say that Abeku sa die we ya wo kan ye wrong. Ye dia ye de ba ye ne ye papa. No we defended the de ba ye. Sa and I believe Zanka because I cannot trash something or I cannot praise something and then trash it in the way other space, and that is the sentiment most of me wait for neighbor. Thank you so much. Questions now and for now. Yeah, Uncle Fred.
Okay.
Who last word? Farmer
the football team. I'm waiting my mobile. So that will be about what you the next time you go to here in two field in Bium and our background over there on come say because the last time we but catch your I say Abeku Santana issue no me ni first person be condemn no Oma Babamu. Oh, according to appear, and maybe how I am correct. Because Abeku Santana oba abamu adebia oyebia.
Papa.
But what did to say, or the diba umiatem to buy and adibia oyebia no come. We are a semi catches idea or and yet. So we are getting enya meka. Because it's so far. Any more by any MIA. But positive things be on one year or the industry. And topic there can a creative industry.
Creative industry, yeah. That's not, yeah, I know. Oh, yeah. I know.
And then maybe why I'm going. And I'm saying, on Abeku, for instance, or your deputy or your deputy to be on one cassette for the PNBA. I did a piano for the instruction from the managers. It's the way I'm going. I'm honey, it may say, politics, you know. The NBC for Omo can some can throw no de buy Yahubi. About will be there. That's why there is a leeway. Says the MBP for Indian co register. Obia co register. Oh, Indian card in ya Tom Way. Say 2028. Sada no be on better than me ma in your day. I must be that is option for now.
Okay.
Now me say ya said the will be semi bread as some table channel. Eka and I will crana. It is won't mean okay. And Omra on Umra, no put in him. Uncle Jan over Cassie. Quality they want fast 7 years. Oh, now the Wakuma emotions be a chair. Baby, I put him up, coaches. man can fufu name enwa maybe ama 4 years ni drew wa makwa Ghana for no an be Ghana for someone a day before buy na almost say if you do 4 years time now let's accept the democracy na you know but that's all po and this amine to say oboye bibi na nya ye beka na mo say be emotions e kwa ni mu say be kwa ye say because na me ko jaw to baby we go pay what be no be two way make catch us be light you sort to this wa catch us am 2 pounds ground even go tia over mami e pay pass you hard mo ma juma na ko ya ho no yes na ti wa ho it's serious it's extreme emotions good company do and my communication and I'm school I'm quite finding him there
yeah but they will attend that channel or ending to so
I come for say gain kind and no me dey bomb me bra me wo yire ne me ma e wa ha say Ghana who ma dey am for the people do things with emotion it would to be na catch say abeku satan na bi o kaka bi it be kwa me hu e bi am di that me nya sa de no
okay
o ya de twi nanim beka
okay
let's appreciate things that people do so that yes, for publicity because you have Dr. Bamia to lead us in 2028. The same thing that Ghana politics say, we are blaming each other. Please, let's stop. But I mean, yes, politics, no, and it will be coming down in found. I've been in so all the 1969 we call here 56, 7 years, and I'm politics. 79, right. I don't and most of them. Whether they were in quasi filing process for Victor Usu. The year 1993, you ever caught democracy. Minimum do for no more say. I'm near 2012 near the dinner. It's here can be a million for Moses in chain. Now, young Fabi Baumia, I did a chino, or you'll be a double call. Yet the first strategy appear. And you it's a strategy 1-on-1. Ghana for no castle, dear Cosinano. It did do her. Said the Oyama will move 2024. No, Sana Ghana for it me kaya semi near Jabu Trekan. Ghana for pay giddy, sir, to what convince them. Because the population of today, don't know benefiting from Nanakufu from the FSHS. But we could so many money. So how do they convince them? So about the moment, that is what is ahead of us.
Okay.
Population. And Timmy Kasabi.
Medase, Uncle. You oh, and Medase, Uncle Fred, Medawase, Medase, Medase, almost.
I've been a premier, saying, but said Americano, Mummy and Fight.
Don't worry, crap. Don't worry.
You did in the same party, no. Yet you tried, yeah, or grounds no Ghana. You may Obi by me fear baby service car. Wow, too, I'm an oneno. Who will be
about juice can and no crowns no. I have sit an edding. I must be honest. Ghana, you know how only before sending me. I said to an edding, but the Yamas says, Edding crown because you can't fuck 100 cities and could be chrome one. When you be for your day, I will cry Jenny. For your son, no bread or yeah, bread. Musika. The Yamin come on, Indianum, or more in from no country say 2028, the Papa, but young Fabutre, you did the cop, we can't continue. Mate,
because yes, kind Papa, bit me, we don't want to God bless you.
Medase, Uncle Fred, Medase, you. Me a program now, my friend, now conclude the show. It's here for Mr. Freddie Che Mensa and I no etwetwen enkomo kakra no. Ebio yebaha to talk about the creative arts. I want us to start it this way. DK muni na muntie mi yepa Milano Mr. Yebaha be creative arts enkomo. Now, according to Onono Omayen the timeline and they are buying beyond the buy. Now, in terms of Dumso, maybe some question about it, the effect on our political sphere. Okay, say Dumso be high. Now, along the line, okay, be say, or no, not Junimun, Monsieur Patriotism, or did he say there are certain things here NDC full way, and the name that came up was Abiku Santana. Them are doing well. And the yen in Ayibisa and says, I didn't combo be my. They are boy and say, Abiku numu to me de utumfo ako South Africa. Mama could di as a question there. That was South Africa tourism, promoting tourism. Well, me, I don't think that is a superior alternative to help an artist or the creative arts, but they are almost one more thing I must say, and I'm not holding brief for Uncle Fred. Melano, a jumana or woman, a creative arts. And then answer, man with their stone boy, akokeka, ediafa MPP home, any NDC home, stone boy you. Or say or no, as say it's got $20,000, they are here and their support to NDC for campaign. So MPP phone in a kujai stone boy tiana. And no, you one. 2. Mokai always see fiani bi. Mokai. Ya war artist bit to say Sydney numene Samini numa no mabubon yomono. Yeah, this is fiana ye highlight. The acquire ya woman so we no sakot na YouTube say Chinese scanner bano the unknown opportunity na abento grabuska. So it was not even to help MPP but to grab money. Okay, I am an artist and it is possible. I'm giving you people my own personal experience. When you be there, can work as a throw me and make a chill. Answer na maybe your political communication say. Answer na maybe you menim. Aye political communication say you know. Now me artist, fully functioning artist. I have been booked and I have played on several stages, big stages. Both in Africa, both in Europe, both in the the Caribbean, America, and even Canada here. When him say me started say me politics, you know, me show so I then art. DK Fireaway artist into unim they are making. Me show so art. The reason then say, yeah, my Ghana no, yeah, my Ghana no. Your political mind no end develop to the point say me a Republican, but I can still do my music and they will buy. There be. Ye nyandru sa level no. And untimi me say, so to be brave and ubisa Toronto and I would always boast with that. Artists be anywhere I both show in a single year than me bought 33 shows. 33 summer from June back to the ending of the summer no. Now about 33 shows. And then se minya 5 shows kura ba na yenyame adentia. Yes me kasama MPP. Melano me call me anti be ye asem we I am say maka no hada. Me call me anti be ye ukromu Canada. Me nim penifo din koma obi fa chire ebe bom asum fra mani ewo machi. Edwane koy. Adentia politics. And until sometimes no daddy mama yente some of the situations now omo Ghana so na de kasa no yente o mase me ni umi enu de nothing holds us spellbound and na yet we me pato dike to boase and na yet we obetimi abegyinam try any mama yeah and we know NDC. Don't let us act like we don't know NDC. You betimi akwa attack on one business dike ubetumi de won sa esu bo say ne ye breki eye Fredima ne adwuma wa be ni na so mu be breki ni na down wa MPP ni be na ka say because he went to fight for MPP nti ye be building the back na ye part ni mu sa enti sometimes for my enti bi ase ye me no wudi ke no mo de ya boy to Brazil said the tie bia no ye de ye ho ye den je de ayade but there are some who are the omudidi ye den the omudidi no no enu ntino ontumi nkoka say oh because say oye MPP ni ntino sebio go hard on NDC and that shows say or your mind bapa and so MPP ni bampa but let us be careful we like that too because oni krumu ha Ghana and net jingles and then I'm radio so ni na no oyebi. Okay, and a manfana maha ebio mesremo manfa Freddy amaha say ombeka sama MPP. Me patroya sanam de never have for. I don't think that's what I promised you people. The American say, yeah, the creative artist person eba. Not what be my in history. It definitely near many be beka me MPP ni enyamede. The amen panel, I'll register my displeasure. But we cannot put a conk on it, say na yen huno, and to say no na so mo kwa na nipa no corner sa na so here concrete. Mestre mo. Sa area no so mo man hwe ni with your time no ko obi amfa 3 minutes kakra kra na yanko. DK yanko 4 minutes yanko. Kakra na yanko. Mestre mo.
Senior friends, Machiani Bushafuya.
Michiapa.
Who said MPP for the baby kind of general?
Yeah.
When kind of said the API or Bahano, maybe I'll go and say, my MPP general. MPP for by this time, no. Yeah, it's a chairman wound to me, you know. The chairman was a one day not by the manager. Sad, yeah, it's a chairman wound to be manager.
You go in the man. Yeah.
Aha. Sad MPP for ya.
No correct.
Yes, you have sad MPP for ya.
Yeah.
Because you're preventing yourself than party, no?
Yeah.
And this is about preventing party first.
Always.
About preventing party first.
And would there be a party come first?
And Sanaba, yeah, can be Fellas.
Is you?
Yeah, what I can say. I would have a moment to Ghana and say, Fellas, who could you Ghana how many months?
8 months.
One go Ghana.
Look what I found.
Casawa, and social media, so. And more Ghana, Ghana be what need me on no social media be no. Radio so na be on film. It is all trusted now one in him. But yeah, yeah. And you can to be a markewa, we shall be
Pepe.
Mono, Mukwa, position by a demamo, and when you no confused. Mumu say what the moon prevent him. It's risky and dangerous than because many would have be a palm baby. And the ultimate can say, maybe risky because I say, don't pay no, or bet my papa, or bet my quite be also. I do. But in your money, just say, Ghana bet my day, I fell into my pen. You can be to say, and this in what your father's hell, what's our life for? A dear worker, what you say, a dear true. Now send this in Ipa when you pass what the doing so, as a rather catcher say, what would be a quay. But MPP in Quadia, you got him a big woman. And a bad rubber, and a one young and a man say. And do we say, now your mama buy about 4 years, 2 years, a year quick. About your dear and why you pa. Galam said, I didn't say me. Do so, creative art for a bit of my catcher, praise, and then another time, into 1 year for so done 2 years, a year quick. Because another time, can you see somebody ultimately have activity be a pass away? And then what they do so, what's say, abandon one home day. Me baby, I'm issue. And you may go on one back consecutives and answer a year. Fellas, one more, there was a wire day, a chroma for the promo too. Yambo, there won't as trauma, and the people you will be at here. And you say, yes, I have a cocoa for 6,000. Then I'll go, oh, your mama, and young fault because essence a gamma so yateso and you know your mama me say your mama only excuses be one wabaya a vice president why can't take that what's up president what's up president who just say your mama and what
baby
and another traffic would 8 years what traffic no what the trade doctor points over into a bag came. The first point, and one of you VSHS, who are implemented, teachers training, nursing training, who are implemented. And it's about Yaba, Only the fresh point, you know, click on once and what's the one about so?
Yeah.
Native art, I bet ku Santana, Monche, so do for South Africa. Let me get
Milano 3 minutes, Yanko. I don't do for South Africa. Who could be at 3? Down.
Because of all now about again, no running the same, you know. She said, no, you shall go
Cry. Oh, the buy.
Let's say, who's at the castle and our idea. We present it as a person who buy and I say, we okay with
Thank you. Thank you.
I don't know me question and coming. MP before no. To be honest,
MP before your power bar, so you're throwing insane.
this is the second time I say we say me will to me and can former President Kufo, former President Nanado. There's no way sent any state function idea baby I sent for Moko. Okay, what's for Moko? Oh, dear, Miss Mr. Oh, fan to me. Many be here appointed. Yeah, organize it. But you might be here, Pop and say, you say, you better organize young girls, 18, 20, 22.
Yes, and they are more.
Yes. Oh, you won't show them. And look at the mom, we need any big grass and come. Dancing some Bekota, John Mahama, in the state one, I say. Say, come in, not until the person may be so. Some are giving a yato. And this needy over 2 minutes so 2 can also send you the open. But we have people who can't be was say, and my target me make you and you made me say. It is so up to when any business I give me. You better when you be jai our learned colleagues, our friends, and year of return, Shanfasudia, a department under a Aquasiajiman. The community, I would say, or the Sako dear call O2. O2 not in the coin, Sicano, what you want, why would you echo?
Na said you say a year of return. I didn't go for Ghana. I bet spend this car or Ghana, not Ghana and this car. And it's our call the Okoyeno, O2. I know. The biggest thing the government can do is to maybe help him with the visa processing, which we did for Afronita. Debbie.
What is he talking about? Just like stadium. To host the program there. What is he talking about?
Mate, me I no boko.
What's the way achievement? Be with me a year of return at the day.
Achi.
All over the world.
Whole world.
And they are planning to go to Ghana through the year of return.
Yeah.
No, you'll be called to the house.
I don't know, young Cobons and Mano. Yeah, year of return, yeah, I know what I say. Girl be a na of a bonny to her. And Obi say beside so a person called Ghana, and I'm a training. Milano, we didn't say again, no call Ghana, no Ghana, I call him. What can you must say about what parking, what can't throw my minimum in us, no Ghana.
You see,
year of return. A year of return. Now, don't you see the difference? Even Uncle Fred cried your car, you know. It has even come to make NDC look more useless. Milano, I didn't make us a baby to make the recross no Erika Badu no money at the idea T-Pay no Bagana. Emma Ghana Nines Kaum. Utie. Yes, the other day, young Sabi Stone Boy no money, the Omo compare Jumama Bruni or UK, Emma Neye. Emma Scanico, Emma Scanico UK form. It is our buying you know, is 7 1 and answer. Me catch am say mo de mo nim de ekoso won. Sa part to MPP we no mo nim de ekoso we no tia.
I say like, no be to me catch me say, oh, man, the bunch more than magic you grab it to a mouth. Now they catch it, we are on fire no more. That's immediately my can.
Okay, me that say.
You to know, Miss Rem, when you marry. When you penny for no shop, no munyas our friends, and then your friend is saying yet. Then on the MPP, and on the ATO.
Yo, Mr. Medase. Me pacho, how do you make it 10? Obisa me yan 10 rules or something, but I don't know how to make it 10. AJ, me pacho, for what the ebra, I'm into me, I'm sorry, so I go for why? 3 minutes, and then 3 minutes. Will be a bit 3 minutes. Hey, David, man, yes, sir. And will be a bit 3 minutes. AJ, Yanko.
Yo, Medase, Felix. Now, I didn't possible their own. I think it's high time NPP if creative arts for MP no one casa because everybody down NPP aye be now me bonia 40 NPP no come say I return here madam for be a black American babo and don't only event the big shop be
Oh.
Very serious. 2024, sure, 2025, sure, I said, I shut down Kososa. Because almost knew your money was active at the money, sure, I shut down Koso. Miss creative artist, no, but say, Uncle Bondo is about them. Don't know talent and papa Jumon bread Ghana. Now, that's a move on Coco for so. And it developed a back Ghana. I won't see us yet. Yes, I can. Fancy Kadama, ain't yet mine yet.
Yeah,
but Tama, I can't say, NPP was no, yep, she's match on them, or a bond drum one. And a grandma and my young star, I find a young artist, I will buy any opportunity, a program. Oh, if I can't say, northern region. But on the one, Mahama, so on your demo, I'm another region for
nothing.
At least I find a chada and the call, and a saboka. Saga, or the call, and a saboka. It's true that I would about me, and then I call the region. What would I call it? If you was young, I can say yes, sorry. Because in creative art for you, serious, I can't say, and there, I'm told if I can't tell you, say, or the $240 million, receive registration. It's fat for you, I'm to me, Kasaka. Or be 17 million, yes. $14 cities. Who's in the boarding? And I don't know 10 cities. Or be 240 million registration. Creating a fact for what so much man to Ungasa. She end this vocative act for. Look at how they roasted NPP. Look how they roasted us. I'm not fans paying. I'm not supposed to be a one down fool. I want to come to say. Good trophy. And the Jamazan is now wouldn't they are dabbling in a month free months we can come out the jail. Say, I find a misbell, and also a jack and it. I'm out one. My Jamaican, outside in the car for you, but you wake up and talk. Because only of colleagues. So you people can say that better than we. And then because now I'm not free. If you're down, no, I'm more that if I'm not
okay.
Or before complain. Those people they are before they will complain. complaining.
Mm.
So you to open for complain.
So.
Because that to about my endings because of some comedians we are carrying one thing about trouble mouth because we are comedians. This is the time you guys should wake up and talk for the party because party the back.
Muna Muji.
This is the time so you have to defend the party.
Okay.
This I can say I can say still carry registration. Some of them fear auto kitchen come 240,000. Need that bank but it was for creative art for sorry now customer party. With that, I'll answer you guys. That was good night.
All right, good night, AJ. Mama Tina, Pacho, me uncle Kakra.
Yo,
Me Pacho, face my men now was you, Mama Tina, me that's a pabio. Why? Last no, Oberboamo, Oberboamo, I can't unite me that's a pab.
Say next time, we'll be a man near Abeka so there were Penny, Nina Bakusi MPP, Nana Bakusi NDC,
Okay. Okay.
Make us out the time, I be a campaign I'm NDC for because a idea, why I say one
but so we says like he wasn't able to say what he has done. We asked him several times and Teddy and Omaya, so we went to me and more. There be any argument.
So again, no men know my big what you know, say you are not one. I tell me my woman some and from what me I would say or say 6 months, you know, that's any MPP boy. Now you're going, dear profit and over the buy. I want to one profit and this for young in a 6 months, you know. Dear profit and over one time,
Yeah, be.
But the boy dear will want to only. MPP for I must say, you pass him and we will guarantee me come and give you a plenty and this for yes,
and that's the problem. And yet, okay. Yeah, be there.
Also so now for me, I'm here MPP, me NDC for one dance here, not just a dear Pesenica. And the young in front of Morgan said in previous. I'm not going to say, yes, Ramon, almost yes, and I'm not me. But I'm trying to be and this is because you know, when you're shade.
All right.
No crap.
Go reach everybody.
Yes. Mrs. Match 78, let me come March pass. Make a March pass. Or the other went to me, because a March pass and into a school uniform for what personally for March pass. Because of us will be in front of the was only anymore. Never brass any magic. Yama, no more only a piano, only a second. Where do you have
Wait.
For what I saw, I'm going to say, a sick for money mass and says sick for now, the Biamu money mass.
Yeah.
And it was really
Mate, casa, me that's so. Got end up, but I feel they do so me uncle.
Okay. Black face,
Make you so far.
Black face. Yeah, my panel buy it. near okay in self protective or protecting free. I don't know say creative art industry so I can see I don't know. So can dear any or protecting
Baby, Nana do the man on the board. This time I'm coming. Oh my man.
But
but one. The one man will be ni mono. Oh boy no mona baso. The man will be ni. Hey Ghana. Hey Ghana.
At this point, there's a punch.
Yeah.
With me punch ye partners MPP power you say papa will kasa ye power creative art in the man position with my name.
Aye.
Abeku and summer okakanye editia Dr. Mudbomia a creative art. And this by Obama position on that sector. It was a position at the man. Then all yet what yet I'm not gonna get so fast. And yet, I see what you do for the Kupa de Mawa South Africa. I don't want
to cry. I know an achievement.
It's a mess. An achievement. But you have a panel, say, your best son say, you should stand firm. Now, on Kasayi, one industry now. While they are talking so or you critic at on Kasayi, so you true MPP member on Kasayi for that sector. Because 2024, you comedians will be on more Ghana, Sabu, or would you community intro, and so with me at your platform. I can still edit MPP. I buy any massy. The NDC buying, yet more card, Nisika, and more contract. You saw young people in my papa, dear Messer, and then I maybe move
Where's Bob?
6 much as a man, NDC for 6 much as a year, NDC for so many Jubilee House, never before Bokan, 6 much no. Your corner region by region here. A timid drink young artist for don't papa and so who is this much to Crasia?
Talent, we bring.
Even common person who's a crowd or talent. And you know, idea MPP are buying HS about 6 much no, and your cow. It the Ghana talent a Pia Mountain, it me it boost to a creative art. Me NBC for bad me creative art. You say, oh, creative art. You say, Papa, you bow platform so our car met here from the beginning from 1970. Any job, me cadia. I mean, say creative art. Oh, my breast so. On the mess, me for now, more Ghana, in position for the various sectors. Any for some for now, we should come out. Now we speak. We are IPP power. We don't know who positions. No, Blafris won't even Africa now. Who position of Ghana? Only a Juma to a Canada may make position of Ghana. I am more Ghana who that position. To say,
you
say, power padia. Yet the power padia as a sample fool. It may hold them into their toes. Now they might be power for 2028.
You now ya maybe some question. You say imagine I say of creative art for the past utia. Anna mesign train no call say. Dum so a best say structure no business structure no. And they are all mount personally. One nkadia hene and okay say oh investing in the person no would also boost the tourism industry because you need no and our mobile kwakoye sa eduma no. Right there I lost track a bit and the reason Nanado is bringing creative
if you invest in a mother, you invest in the nation.
Yes, yes, because for me, I'm looking at it say when you say who educate one way structures are not in you. And I also confirm you say the first creative art bill was done in 2017. Okay, I say, right? It's say you should the idea chichiro or mine ankasa dia anka edi a pan a be quiet. But da ya papa Fred say NDC for by me patron say who nim dia or my yen creative arts no more and na yen na yate say e ban creative art no more. Yay. Oh, there be dance with the me ankasa na and then you say NDC for achievement for creative arts your mobile so far and say omo fra kente edi otumfu echi edina ko South Africa achievement. All right, the next 4 minutes daddy ubeka say biwa na menko next person so da ubeka say biwa na menko next person noise we actually there so ubeka baby kakra so because baby I want the noise room. You. All right, unscripted.
3 minutes time.
Yeah. Scripted, me uncle.
You see, I was really angry inside me.
Oh, don't be.
To sit here and see, the man doesn't understand politics. I cannot understand he doesn't know what politics is. Politics win votes by promising solutions. Promising solutions, building trust, communicating effectively, and appealing to the needs and emotions of voters. What is he talking about? The NDC played with the emotions of Ghanaians. And because the Ghanaian man is so gullible, they were able to understand. The NDC was able to tell people, say, part where yes, go to anti-agenda, loot one year back. Because the positions of the people. Let's also be a political party member. Let's all support a party now. Let me tell you, the first responsibility of every political party member is communication. Communicating effectively. You build trust through communicating effectively.
Yeah.
That's in me. Went me answer question. How then do you, at the left center political ideology, go and support the one who is a right winger? Does it make sense?
It doesn't. It doesn't make sense one bit.
If you understand the position of MPP, forgive me. Seriously, it is on the ideologies of the party. And the normal circumstances of two members influence them. You do not stand somewhere and support a different ideology which goes contrary to yours. As a right center person, you will believe that is the way to build the economic status of people. Now, I'm here to say, Nipa 5 in the night. But your fellas, a portrait of tell me, this is an ideology of a person who don't believe in how to build the economic status of the person. How do you, as a member of the party, support this ideology? You cannot and never support a political party who do not believe in your ideology. What you do is supposed to fight it.
Yeah.
And that is how we win power. Ideology, you fight it. Yes, because you can say, maybe you only choice, I want more. You get it? Obviously, yes. And but in the nutshell, in holistically, it is not helping the people. And as the
baby.
You says, and we need to understand each other.
Okay.
So John say, I am not somebody who communicates and is massa. Then he's not ready to hold power. He's not ready to even climb the ladder of political appointment.
These people do not have no locus to climb that ladder to even hold board membership position. You defend your party in every way, any shape or form. Yep. Then you do not know the constitution of the NPP. You defend the party no matter what. You support Baumia no matter what. Even if you say Baumia cry you support him. Yeah. Because that is the party. That is your moja. It is a that is what the NDC is able to do best. And that is what is winning their people. Yes, winning power. Because as they support them. We need to understand and wise up. Okay. I am very, very disappointed in this man. Okay. Now the cap all two. Felix, me know me, we school no the open shows. It's the Felix who do it won't even organize all two say, hey, kind of when you push out on the party. What is he talking about? Maybe the fancy and the copy UK visa. Then copy UK visa. Let me say, yeah, and it's Tombo, is a Sarkodich. They all have visas. Now, you can open up, you know, they are Canada, US. For how many years do you have? They have the right to enter and go and come back. In Canada, they say 5 years. NDC for your man, the person has a management. And as a management, what you do is go into the entertainment economy and make sure you make money. It is all your friends say Germany. Then you go and push your agenda. So what is he talking about? That's it. Matter again, Mr. Ramo, Mama may make it this clear. We did not bring Uncle Fred here to do politics. I just want us to clear that. Nana, me de neba ha because say na me pese on my the history of previous governments. They are omabeye in the creative arts. From the beginning of our conversation, it was all smooth until it got to the tough questions. Now say utia, you don't need somebody to tell you say. Most of the Nyama or Kan, were not based on principles, say ABR or can say NDC. It's based on the principle, say I know somebody who is my friend and I want to play safe. That is what I got from what happened here. He was only playing safe. But as to say, oh yeah, MPP need that one, I know so MPP. That is what I'm saying. That is what I'm saying to him. No, when him say edu baby crano can be say when him say edu baby crano or can be say on one there on support to say ebi or baby dina say president be and say we are say so obedi the attempt and so obe go hard on somebody or cancer me pacho or cancer. Now what I want to do is say mama my emotions name push it too much. It's not worth it. Oba have a juma. Oba hano sono a page. Minianum, Mr. Moa, Wadi, Mr. Moa Mubu Funini, and Munya Butre. You be Munya Butre. Tobase. It is a page. And you'll be a me patron, and you'll be a Obeba page in a so Abekasa, and at the Obekani na Ebego away. Maybe Mamma appointing case. Mokaya. The day now me invite bra Poyando. Mokai Poyando. But I just say Mokai for those of you who watch the Poyando. Good. A lot of people, yes, a lot of people were not happy. A lot of people too were happy. So what I say. And untino Febe QWB and yen yamani na ena yebenya no totroto. Ebio Semene obi eba memfane nkoshe baby enye rehearsal say maybe way and unti eboa ema ye actually weigh the minds and the hearts and the behaviors of people. What I can say from the second part of the interview, and they say he only sought to play safe. He only sought to play safe because Unimabeku and he didn't really want to be like so a better off for feathers. That is all I want us. So don't let us take it to that extreme. Say Mr. Mama. Okay.
Okay. But just 1 minute for myself.
Just 1 minute.
Okay.
Question say, yeah, now radio comics and echo for more. A coin be so no answer be to me a directive. I'm watching me a true questions to the Unipaya we invited. Yes, why are they? But was it this or these people and a map about me a problem? I'm telling you honestly, I'm so bad or buy, you know. One I say he was protecting himself. Meka was yes, fear they killed this man.
Yeah.
I'm saying in the military, you know, some force we call them traitors. At the end of black crown, can't you say
black?
But say it looks cream, you know, off white and that kind of thing. How can somebody pregnant a woman now be a big issue up issue? Because you are defending that person.
That person.
How? Na because come it's not bad. But baby, I won't so if I the goods, I feel no because I Munigana only say you don't go in. So, you know where I'm coming from.
Yes, sir.
You know where I'm coming from.
Yes, daddy.
Usura Wundi. At the end, will be unfortunate. Say,
baby.
No person gas or no submarine is a police.
Baby.
These are the people are say they might be free and say, because he may pass 5 times. The back one because I'm the fish. Some say security there. Be Casa, which
right now, intelligence, no.
Obi Casa. So I am full now, baby, or they open. Until my comments be one. I could be a say friends. I want fish. One is my first question. I'm catching
Milano.
Boy, and no better myself. Because he, man, Sanko Force, because he, one more papa, was where they knew Sikon. Class 6, 1968. Because he, near 2 boys, be a near could lead the set match. Who said normally in your 4 be Tamale Sakasaka. Your 4 will be best pay, say in case say BBC said the workers and food traveling, and then the start here. Indeed, there was this boy David Bonsu, baby, will be our TD of Bones and Makers. And because he made me and I'm your boy in the spray, only just Kaniba. You could do one a Bonsu, my, me say, me bompa you will be 3 more Bonsu by near Simone. Just to lead the school Sakasaka primary, me say me papa when he picture that me the children Monday. What is he talking about? Okay, NDC4 say in case say even 20-30 million from what we see because 2 years ago 14 to $1, yeah the 70 and a year. By 2 years I was 240.
Wow.
The said 1 year war a say Jubilee House on Uncle 20 million will be accounted for the now general say was it to cut costs? What do you mean? Sometimes in security do boy him say boy honey. Do you know how much has gone into security? Because many are getting boys are no more baby you could go your tomb by your maybe a tongue will a Canisia and Camuforce or that. Say,
first like
they command gangsters now for information about how people's, they improving at their back. Just for information, a bit me about the country in terms of security. Now, the wish will be between one boy. Once a salmon or near ready a moment, mammy be kind. 1 leg cannot be
in MPP and 1 in NDC.
Kennedy, at Kennedy, who found this, and then 1 year MPP. Now, we'll be now because I was and quite been a good issue. Because you catch and say 68 milliliters Sakasaka primary. And I'm proud of it.
All right, but that's it. Mama Pounds. We there, sorry, but of that was a quick my and a cool radio. Yes. Minimum way, no.
MPP Baba Mua, Adia Enquien, opposition, Adia Enquien, Wild Papa, but the more I said, achievement, a big poor bar when Yanni said, for 2 4 4 yes. You want to flat it, every day is it an achievement? We are achievement. Achievement, but we are
digital platform, no.
The way these boys, guys, almost but we are again and sometimes when you are more and you are sorry, including some agency. And achievement in this, woman could do a 2 watching. And you call yourself so we are MPP, and it's why I have a year we will MPP. Can you imagine? We can go about to.
And then they're mobile football, and then they're my bopa.
Women are more about me. What continent and system woman and my president to be done. That's when I never go in a market. Yeah, the 2 local of the bar said, it's in a bar. Just one look on chilling when they say about we are better. So the 2 now the car, all the book one
start here.
Yes, when you are going to shoot for and another MPP and a move MPP. So another no more than another change. So Bonia, and yet did jam on your phone or modern now. And the woman would be MPP and one of us said more MPP as a woman. And let Ibrahim Mahama and yet the gun of my thing, mamma, and look the moon. And the moon, I'm exactly for and my brother Getty, and I want to me or want to me where you put our radio station. I no be able to see about you and Ibrahim at some of it, which make I or they water. Who son and this at some of the water.
You. Mate, medase. Savakus, Bacho, my cacred, I'm sorry.
Yo, Felix,
my Patriotism answer. YouTube and Facebook. We have come to the end. 4 hours. 4 hours. So in your band saying na me and then them. Until YouTube and Facebook. We are finally back on Facebook and YouTube. Until Wednesday we shall meet again. Why? Thanks for joining. Bye bye.